Cyclone student section leader. She attends Victory Missionary Baptist Church, and she's escorted by her father, Will Wetzel. Senior maid, Brian Wetzel. Presenting the 2019 Homecoming Queen, Russellville High School, Emily Goodor. Emily is the daughter of Jorge and Olga Lilia Goodor. Emily is student council and senior class president, National Spanish Honor Society vice president, the National Honor Society senior representative, and Hispanic Heritage Club communications manager. She's a member of the Lady Cyclone soccer team, the Renaissance Leadership Board, HOSA, and Future Business Leaders of America. Emily is escorted by her dad, Jorge Godoy. 2019 Homecoming Queen, Emily Godoy. Emily will be crowned this evening by Al Harpenell, principal of Russellville High. Presenting her with flowers is Mary Beth Cox, assistant principal. The crown and sash are gifts from the student council. The flowers for homecoming have been donated by Kathy's Flower and Gifts. Homecoming Queen, Emily Godoy. Please stand and applaud as the royalty leaves the field. Tonight we welcome London Elementary School and Crawford Elementary School to Cyclone Stadium. Krista Malin is the principal at London. Siobhan Jackson, the principal at Crawford. We appreciate the staff, parents, and students from London and Crawford coming out to support the Cyclones tonight. If you're a student at London Elementary or Crawford Elementary, please join your friends on the track near the north end zone by the concession stand and get ready to run out on the field with the Cyclones. Cyclone fans, tonight's game is
Solutions, setting the standard for the roofing industry since 1954. Feltner's Athlete's Corner, because you deserve great clothing. By Lakeside Oral Facial and Dental Implant Surgery, serving the River Valley community since 2011. Joshua's Fine Jewelry, a customized jewelry experience. By Bringus, your place for great steaks. Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air, putting customers first in the River Valley. My Order Out, we serve locals. By First State Bank, putting you first. By your friends at River Valley Tractor, your River Valley Kubota dealer. Also the Old South Restaurant. We're here for you. Come by Old South. Feel right, an honest deal at an honest price. By Arkansas Tire and Auto Service Center, more than just tires. Or Auto Mall, come see us under the giant American flag. By E&F Roofing, keeping Arkansas covered for 3 generations. Cogswell Motors, serving the River Valley since 1949. C&D Drugstore, courtesy and service since 1958. Buy Best Ride, Best Choice in Buy Here, Pay Here. And James Dunham. Vote James Dunham for Circuit Judge.
Welcome, friends. We're coming to you live from Cyclone Stadium in Russellville, and we're ready for Cyclone football. Good evening. I'm Mickey Duval as we continue our pregame show on River Country KCJC 102.3. We also stream the audio live on the internet at rivercountrykcjc.com. We're on the TuneIn radio app. We're also on Cyclone booth page if you tune into our YouTube page. It's time now for our Cyclone booth. It's time now for our Cyclone Watch. What's on your radar tonight? And so I bring in my color man for tonight, Aaron Duval. What's on your radar for tonight's game?
Well, I think tonight for me is our offensive line, opening up the hose for our running backs. We have got, I think one of the key things tonight is ball control. We've got to move the ball down the field. We can do that with short passes to our playmakers like Brady Burnett or Reed Wolf or Marquis Peter, but we've got to establish a running game. And it all is with our offensive line, not only opening up the hose, but also protecting our quarterback on those short passes. So my Cyclone Watch tonight is our offensive line opening the hose for our running backs. And I'm thinking we might see some misdirection plays just to try to get our running backs into the secondary.
Well, what's on my radar for Cyclone Watch is a little bit the same, a little bit the opposite. I'm looking at the secondary of Sheridan. When they've played their previous two games against spread teams, mainly last week against Siloam Springs, they played very little bump and run. They played zone the entire time. It was a free release for the receivers. Siloam, even though being down 14-0, finally figured it out, and they ran just a lot of little 5-yard curl routes and were just taking what the defense was giving them and just going all the way down the field. I think Russell possibly can expose that a little bit, and then who knows after the catch, maybe get some yards after catch breaking one. If they're continuing to play the same way as they did last year, they're going to play off the receivers and a zone the entire time, which to me is going to be an easy read for Braden Whitford or whoever is at quarterback on any of the plays for the Cyclones. That's our Cyclone Watch. It's a homecoming tonight here for Russellville, but now all the festivities going all day long is finally coming to a close, and so the Cyclones can get ready for football. We've had the Hall of Fame ceremony. We've had the homecoming court being announced. We have had a parade, a pep rally, all the stuff pregame, but now it's time for Cyclone football, and you know Coach Weaver and his staff are ready to get to the game, the most important part, what they feel like. We do want to mention the congratulations to the new inductees to the Cyclone Hall of Fame. It was Bo Mathis, 3 generations of Cyclone there. Bo Mathis making it mainly for his basketball feats last year, shooting over 40% from the three-point line and leading the Cyclones to a conference title, 12-2 in the conference, 20-7 overall. And also Red Atkins. He was a multi-sport athlete, mainly football, played quarterback and wide receiver on the state championship team as a sophomore and still continued to split time. He also was on the basketball team. Congratulations to those 2 young men for making it to the Cyclone Hall of Fame. And a volunteer going in was Coach Calloway, helping with the soccer team, for the girls' soccer team, for many, many years, and he's retiring from that. Dr. Calloway, and congratulations to him also. We're going to take a break, come back with more of your pregame show. You're listening to Cyclone Football on River Country KCJC.
Corey Beeson and the folks at Beeson Roofing Solutions are proud to support local sports in the River Valley. And they also want to say a special thank you to all their loyal customers and the community for their business. So if you have a problem with your roof, whether it be on your home or business, visit BeesonRoofing.com to see their work or call 967-2288 to schedule a free estimate or second opinion today from your local roofing experts, Beeson Roofing Solutions.
Fellner's Athletes Corner, your high-performance athletic store for quality athletic footwear and apparel, features Nike, Under Armour, The North Face, Patagonia, Oakley, Saucony, New Balance, Brooks, Asics, Kabu, Keen, and many, many more. Fellner's invites you to make them your first stop. With more than 50 years combined experience, the familiar faces at Fellner's can help you with all your athletic needs. Fellner's Athletes Corner, 2320 West Main, Russellville, open 9:30 until 6 Monday through Saturday.
Hey, it's Drew Mitchell for Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery. Lakeside is really proud this year to be sponsoring our local sports all throughout the River Valley. They're committed to the area. It's just another way they showed that. When you're in the market for dentures, wisdom teeth, or whatever the case may be, remember Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery, and check out their website at lakesideofs.com. Lakeside Oral Surgery, helping make the broadcast of local sports throughout the River Valley possible.
Joshua's Fine Jewelry, a luxury establishment in the heart of downtown Russellville, are taking it back to the good old days with a family-owned, family-operated business that pride themselves on personal interactions, beautiful custom craftsmanship, and an insanely knowledgeable and helpful staff that go above and beyond just for you. Joshua's Fine Jewelry is giving a huge shout out to all of our local River Valley and Natural State athletes. You guys are the real MVPs. Be sure to like Joshua's Fine Jewelry on Facebook today and go and give them a visit in downtown Russellville at 310 West Main Street.
Welcome back to Cyclone Stadium. Homecoming for tonight. Cyclones taking on Sheridan. The YellowJackets. Russellville defeated Sheridan last year 21-0, but it was a struggle. They only scored the touchdowns in the first, second, third quarter. Lance Parker changing the culture a little bit there at Sheridan. Russellville, a 4-point favorite as they host Sheridan for homecoming tonight. These two foes will not be conference foes next year. In fact, they won't play each other because Sheridan is moving to the 6A East. Russellville going to stay put in the 6A West. Russellville's getting 3 new conference foes and losing 3, and Sheridan is one of the 3 they're losing. And the people who are upset about this most is actually Benton, because Benton talked to their play-by-play guy last week. He says they're 25 minutes down the road, and now they're not going to be a conference opponent, so they're upset about losing that. One of the good things about homecoming is all the festivities, but also we always have different classes coming back for a reunion, and I know you have one to talk about.
As I was walking into the stadium, I ran into Tommy Heinzman, and he said, "You got to mention our class, 1969 high school class is having their 50th reunion." Tommy was sweating over a hot grill, cooking steaks and hamburgers. In fact, he offered me one, but I declined. I've already eaten, and he said, "Man, we've got a big crowd here, close to 100 people," and he was excited about it. He said, "Mention that we're having this 50th reunion, and so congratulations to the high school class of 1969.
Yeah, they're out there helping the Cyclones get ready to run through the inflatable. We have a 40th reunion for 1979. They're represented, and also a 30th for 1989, and that's Maxie Mathis's class and his son being inducted also in the Hall of Fame. Or I guess he was 1989, I believe. Anyway, those 3 classes having reunions here as part of the homecoming festivities. Sheridan won the toss. They have elected to receive. Now, they're a ball control offense. They like to be. They only throw it when they want to. And what they would like to do is eat up about 5-6 minutes on every drive, whether they score or not. They love to score, but they like to shorten the football game, and that means running the football, running the clock down. So the best thing you can do is get out on a team like that early. The worst thing you can do is get behind a team like that. I mean, if you're old enough to remember Ken Hatfield's offense in Arkansas, it was great when you're up 14-0, but when you're behind, you're kind of behind the 8 ball a little bit because they're not used to passing. Against Siloam Springs last week, on the very first drive of the game, they used 4 different quarterbacks. They started off with Hunter Tucker, number 4. They went to Trace Watkins, number 2, Connor Canterbury, number 10, and Peyton Edwards, number 26. Now, Hunter Tucker, number 4, he's their main passer. He's the main one. He's not the only one, but he is the main one. Number 26, Peyton Edwards, has not attempted a pass. He's been mainly direct snap it to him and run sort of a Tebow offense, as is number 2, Trace Watkins. Something that we'll have to watch tonight. We're going to take a break, come back. We'll take a 60-second break, be back with your kickoff. It's Cyclone Football. You're listening to Cyclone Football here on River Country KCJC.
Hey, it's Drew Mitchell for Bring It Steakhouse off Main Street in Russellville. Bring It Steakhouse, very proud to be sponsoring the local sports right here in the River Valley with a commitment to community and a commitment to great service and a great dining experience, not to mention the best cuts of meat. They have prime cuts, which is even better than choice. Check out the sirloin, especially. Best sirloin, in my opinion, in the River Valley, possibly the world. Bring It Steakhouse in Russellville, help making possible the broadcast of our local athletics in the River Valley.
How many times have you had to go without your heating or your air unit when you needed it most? Your family's freezing or sweating and they look to you for relief. You call someone and they say it's going to cost an arm and a leg to fix. Do you really feel like you have a choice? Well, now you do. Call Tony at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air at 479-964-4004 for a free second opinion from a guy you can trust to take care of you and your family and get that unit running without all the extra charges. Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
KCJC, Dardanelle, Russellville.
You guys play the best country of all.
River Country. KCJC.
Welcome. Sheridan winning the toss and electing to receive. You never know if Cyclones are going to onside kick it or kick off. They do set it up more conventional with the ball in the right hash. Connor Cooper, number 23, will do the kicking duties. Russellville in their home black uniforms with white numbers and red pants. It's going to be a high end over end kick, not to the end zone. It's going to be fielded at the 13-yard line, across the 20, cutting back to the left near the 25, across the 25, and near the 27 or so yard line, and that's where Sheridan will take over.
Yeah, number 41, Eli Tolan, is the one who made the grab around the ankles and tripped him up. I just got a text from Alan Burris, and he said the class of 1999 is here also.
All right.
So we want to recognize them.
Okay, again, 4 quarterbacks, what they started with on the very first drive against Cyclone, but they will start with Hunter Tucker, the senior, wearing number 4. Empty backfield. He is more of a threat to pass than any of the quarterbacks. He does bring a man in the backfield with him, running back. They're going to give it to him straight up the gut. He's going to break a tackle at the 25, get up over the 30-yard line to about the 32.
Yeah, that was Alan Lucas, number 24, carrying the ball.
Caleb Gray in on the stop. They're going to give him the 32-yard line. So 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard pickup. Sheridan in all white with blue helmets, a little bit of gold trim. Their home uniforms are pretty flashy. They have blue tops and gold numbers and gold trim. They're going to direct snap it to Lucas, and he's got the sideline. He's across midfield. He's at the 40, 30, 25, 20, and he's going to be chased down from behind. Russell does get him, but not before a huge gain when he gets to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, what happened is Hunter Tucker, number 4, was directly behind the center. Then he went into motion, and it was a direct snap to Alan Lucas, number 24, who carried the ball.
It goes for 57 yards for Sheridan and puts them in business in the Cyclone red zone. This is how you'd want to start if you're Sheridan. Not exactly if you're a Cyclone faithful. Ball on the left hash mark. Sheridan after the 57-yard gain. And they have no reason to put it up. It'll only be a trick play. I think they're going to probably try to run the ball here. Different quarterback, direct snap, more of a Tebow play. Gets inside the 10 to the 6. That's going to be Trace Watkins.
Yeah, number 2 carried that.
Win number 2, Trace Watkins is in there. I call it the Tebow offense because what they usually do is they usually lead block for him. And that's what he's in there to do. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown just outside the 1-yard line and pick up a 5 yards on the play. So they've run 3 plays for 5, 57, and 5. Watkins again, the quarterback. 3 running backs in the backfield. He's going to fake the handoff, take it himself, and he's got the first down. They do not give him the touchdown. He gets inside the 1-yard line.
We were fortunate there. If he had broke back to his left, the hole was there for him just to walk into the end zone, but he decided to keep it to the right side of that offensive line, and Russell was able to stop him.
Well, Russell's backs against the wall. He don't want to give up an opening drive for a touchdown. They've got to defend to the last yard on this one if they don't. And it's 1st and goal for Sheridan, and if they could come out with a tighter formation, they do. Watkins, the quarterback, He's standing at the 5, running backs to his right, fakes it again. This time he takes it left and easily into the end zone for the touchdown. Well, they made that one look easy.
That was too quick.
That's exactly what Sheridan wanted to do. Trace Watkins carries it in for the 1-yard touchdown and gives Sheridan a 6-0 lead. 3 carries for 11 yards on that drive, but the damage was done by Alden Lucas with that 57-yard run that really flipped the field. The kicker is Javier Gonzalez. He missed an extra point last week, turned out to be the difference in the game by the end when he doesn't miss this one. It makes it 7-0 with the point after. 9:54 left to play here in the first quarter. We'll take a break. Our score, Sheridan 7, the Cyclones nothing. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Your favorite meals from your favorite local restaurants have never been easier to eat, you guys, thanks to My Order Out. MyOrderOut.com is a food delivery service owned by Tyler Schumacher, and it is so easy. All you have to do is go online to MyOrderOut.com. Select Get Started Here, select a restaurant, and create your very own order. Then you can proceed to checkout and enjoy hot and delicious food delivered right to your door. Go to MyOrderOut.com to learn more.
How can I help you?
Can you turn on the porch light? I can't see anything.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Ow! Not every.
Pounding the stands here, making our camera shake a little bit as Sheridan's getting ready to kick off. The Cyclones lead at 7-0. Cyclones trail at 7-0. A low line drive. Kick's going to be fielded at 13-yard line by Russellville. Across the 20, breaks back to the 30, 35, and going to be pushed out of bounds just past the 40-yard line.
Good return by Russellville. Excellent field position to start our drive. And
yeah, that was Felix Aguilar. Sorry about that.
No, that's we're going to be starting the ball around the 39, is that right?
Aguilar, the one returning it, took it from the 13, and they say he stepped out of bounds around the 38 or so. And so a return of 25 yards. That's where Russell will start as the Cyclones trail by a touchdown, giving up a touchdown on the game's first drive for Sheridan. Going to turn, they're going to give it to Kobe Robinson, and nothing there. He is swallowed up at the 30-yard line.
That was a little delayed draw, and apparently Sheridan read that perfectly, and they were there about the time he got the ball.
I don't see a flag, but they're blowing it dead like it's a flag. They mark at the 36. They were blowing the play dead, the clock, and that's a running play. It shouldn't, so I don't know what happened, but they do set it at the 36-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 13 for the Cyclones at their own 36. 3 receivers to the right. They're going to throw over to the right side. It's complete to Lovelace at the 40, 45. He gets near for a first down. It'll be about a yard shy at the 48-yard line.
I think we got a bad placement of the ball. It looked like he was past the 39 or the 49.
12 yards on the pickup. 3rd down and 1 for the Cyclones. That's what zone we were talking about. Russell can find holes in it. They're going to swing a screen pass out left side. Lovelace, he's got the first down into Sheridan territory. He takes on a lick, but he steps out of bounds at the 45, and that's enough for a Beeson Roofing Solutions first down here on River Country KCJC.
That's all Russellville has to do. Little swing passes to the slot man. Brady Burnett maybe going across the middle. Russellville can move the ball against this defense.
7 yards on the pickup. Lovelace on that pass has got both of the receptions. And now Graham is going to be the quarterback, going to take the direct snap, and he's going to keep it himself. He's going to lose a couple yards. Look like he stumbled after the fake handoff to Brady Burnett.
Yeah, he slipped and he put the ball on the ground, and that's where they're going to call it.
Mark it back at the 47-yard line. Loss of 2 yards on the play. Bring up 2nd down and 12 for the Cyclones. Graham's still going to be in there at quarterback. 2 receivers to each side. More of a tight end set, and Graham going to roll out to his right, throwing pass complete out there to Lovelace. He's out in the flat. He's across the 40, inside the 40 to the 37. Remember, Gavin, Graham, a quarterback last year at junior high, so this is not new territory for the wide receiver.
Well, anytime we can roll out like that, that takes the pressure off the quarterback. instead of just standing back there, just a drop back pass. So
It'll bring up 3rd down and 2 after the 10-yard completion. And Braden Whitford back in at quarterback to survey this 3rd down. He has Kobe Robinson to his left. He's going to throw a pass out to Lovelace. He breaks a tackle. He's across the 30-yard line to out of bounds. That's enough for a first down. Let's see where he stepped out. I think he got inside the 30 to the 29.
And there was a great block by Brady Burnett, number 15, out there to give him another 5 or 6 yards.
They're going to mark him at the 28. This is what we talked about. If Russell will be patient. If Sheridan, a bend but don't break team, they're going to give you a lot of room. They're going to give free releases to receivers, and Russell taking advantage of it so far on this drive. They're going to throw a screen pass complete to the far side, again to Lovelace. He can't break a tackle. He does break a tackle behind the line of scrimmage, but he's slung backwards even more. This is going to go for a loss of 2 or 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, we're going to have to get the ball out there a little quicker, not float it out there, because Sheridan's defense is very fast, and they came up on that very quickly.
Loss of 2 on the play. Braden Whitford, 4 of 4 for 26 yards, all on this drive. Russell trailing 7-0. 8:09 left to play here in the first quarter, early going. Lone receiver out here, the left side, is Reed Wolf. They bring a man in motion. They're going to fake the pitch to him. No, they are going to give it to Brady Burnett, and he's got some room. He's inside the 3 to the 25-yard line. Whitford handed it forward, and then he hid something behind his back. He had me fooled. I thought it was play action, but it was a running play. Picks up 5 yards on the play for Brady Burnett.
And we may see that same play in the future where he holds on to the ball.
Yeah, sometimes you run plays like that to set something up. One receiver to the right, that's Marquise Peter. 2 to the left on this 3rd down and 7 for the Cyclones. Whitford, short side of the field is the left side, ball on the left hash. They're going to fake the handoff throw on a quick slant, a complete to Brady Burnett, and he's got the first down inside the 20 to the 15.
And that's what we were talking about, Brady Burnett coming across the middle, and he split that zone and was able to catch the ball and get a first down.
I'll tell you, Russell's got some sure-handed receivers when you talk about Burnett, Wolf, Lovelace, Marquise. Those guys don't drop much, and now Whitford's out of the game, and they go back with Gavin Graham at quarterback. Russell trailing by a touchdown, but this is their first drive looking at 1st and 10 after that Beeson Roofing Solution first down. Graham stutter steps his way, taking the direct snap. He might have gained a yard depending on where they spot it. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
That's twice Russell's tried to run that play. The quarterback keeps it and just runs off tackle to the right. And both times it hasn't gained anything.
Well, they gained 2 yards there. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Ball just inside the 15. They mark it at the 13-yard line. Whitford back in at quarterback. And 2 receivers to each side with Kobe Robinson, the running back. Whitford back to pass, looking left, throwing complete out in the flat to Brady Burnett, and he's pushed out of bounds inside the 10. It's going to bring up 3rd and short for Russellville. Russell being very methodical on offense, and this is what it's going to take to beat Sheridan and hope that you can break one. They're going to give him a 6-yard line, so they'll bring up 3rd down and 1 for the Cyclones. Russell was converted on all 3rd downs, obviously on this first drive, trailing by a touchdown. 6:39 left to play first quarter. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Whitford going to hand it off to Kobe Robinson, and I don't think he's going to make the first down. He might have made the line of scrimmage, maybe not, depending on where they spot it.
There's some flags.
He didn't make the first down, but we'll have to check and see what the flags are for.
It's against, I believe it's against Russellville.
There's 2 flags near the left hash, thrown by the side judge and the back judge. And they didn't blow it dead, which makes you know that it wasn't offsides or false start. Okay, after the play, looks like dead ball, personal foul. That's a killer. It was going to be 4th down and 1, and now it's going to be 4th down at 16. That hurts.
It does.
So it'll be 4th down and 16. Well, you were thinking Russell may go for it on 4th and 1 from the 6. Now you don't want to go for it here. It'll bring up Cooper, and he's going to, let's say, they're going to put the ball down at the 29-yard line. And so it'll be a 39-yard field goal from the left hash. The holder will be Justin Lovelace. And Sheridan not coming after it. They're playing a base defense. They think it's going to be a fake. It's not. It's definitely long enough, and it's good. Connor Cooper nails a 39-yarder. The Cyclones are on the board. They trail Sheridan 7-3. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Maybe you're moving some dirt around the house, got jobs to do, things you need to get finished, and equipment to move. Well, maybe you don't have what you need. River Valley Tractor has it, and they have great prices and great people. Family owned and operated, they treat people like you would expect to treat family. Whatever you're looking for, Kubota has you covered. Construction equipment, farm equipment, zero-turn mowers. Go by today and see the family at River Valley Tractor, 702 Weir Road in Russellville. River Valley Tractor.
Welcome back. The Cyclones get on the board. They don't tie it up, but they do get a field goal. And, hey, you just want to score right now after giving up a touchdown on the first drive. Russellville on that drive, they went 40 yards in 13 plays. Connor Cooper hitting a 39-yard field goal. Drive took 3 minutes and 27 seconds. Again, Russellville might have gone for it on 4th down and 1, but a personal foul penalty called on the Cyclones made it 4th down and 16, and you had to kick the field goal there, and Russellville just very fortunate to have a good field goal kicker in Connor Cooper. This time, Cooper's going to kick it from the left hash. That's going to be deep. It's going to go over the head and into the end zone for a touchback.
Good. Anytime you make a drive like Russellville did, you want to walk away with some points, and it's good that we got 3 on the board.
Sheridan's going to go at the long. Okay, I'm going to say this in a second. They're going to have to go the long way if they want to score points in this one. And Cooper put it in the end zone from the left hash. Previously from the right hash, he kicked it to about the 13.
Looks like he got number 4, Tucker.
He started the game at quarterback, but only ran 2 plays at quarterback, and he's going to start this drive at quarterback.
Now he's in motion.
Yep, he's going to move out of the way, and they're going to direct snap it, and Russellville had that one sniffed out as they snapped it to Lucas, and he lost a yard on the play.
Yeah, number 17, Cole Hathcote, saw that one coming and brought him down for a loss.
Yeah, they do mark him back at the 19-yard line. Loss of 1 on the play. They used 2 different quarterbacks on this first drive. Again, against Siloam in the very first drive of the game, they used 4 on the first drive, and they were successful with it. Lucas is the one that helped score the touchdown on their first drive tonight with a 57-yard run to set them up inside the Cyclone red zone. Again, same play, except this time Lucas is going to try to go right. There's nothing there. He cut back towards the middle. He got back near the original line of scrimmage, but it'll be no gain. And this is exactly where you want them, 3rd down and long. Now, they still may not pass it. They still may not. But the one that's thrown the most passes is number 4, Hunter Tucker.
I think number 29, Lott, was in on that tackle.
They have switched quarterbacks. This is Connor Canterbury, number 10. His first action, but the 3rd quarterback they've used. Canterbury is going to hand off a draw play, and they've got some room across the 30, and it's a foot race. It's at midfield. The 45-40 to the 30, the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Sheridan. That was Peyton Edwards on the draw play. The quarterback and the line went right. He took the ball and went left, and he goes 81 yards for the score.
Yeah, a little misdirection, and it opened up the hole on the left side of that offensive line.
Well, not bad for Peyton Edwards. His first carry, and he goes 81 yards for the touchdown. That makes it 13-3 Sheridan. Javier Gonzalez on to try the extra point. It's long enough, and it's good. 14-3 our score. Sheridan leading the Cyclones with 4:57 left. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
For over 70 years, Old South Restaurant at 1330 East Main Street in Russellville has been faithfully serving the River Valley. Whether it's starting your day with a good old-fashioned breakfast or helping you make it through the workday with a hearty home-styled lunch, and of course serving your family with a dinner that would even make your mama proud. Old South Restaurant on Main Street in Russellville. We're here for you.
We're here for you, so come on by Old South.
Well, Sheridan goes 80 yards in just 3 plays. Peyton Edwards takes it 81 yards for the score. The previous 2 plays got him behind the line of scrimmage. Javier Gonzalez kicked the extra point. Drive took 1:29 to run 3 plays. Extra point was good, made it 14-3, and that's where we sit right now with 4:57 left to play here in the first quarter.
Like I say, that was a little misdirection play. Looked like everybody was going to go to the right, which they did. The ball carrier came back to the left. Wide open.
Felix Aguilar on the left side around the 11-yard line, and Caleb Gray on the right, both around the 11. That's where they're expecting the kickoff from Javier Gonzalez, and they're going to kick it a little shorter than that. It's going to be fielded by one of the up men at the cross of 25, 30, 35, and hit. And Reed Wolf is one. They could have blown that one or thrown a flag for a late hit as he stepped out of bounds, but they didn't. Reed Wolf, though, was the one that caught it and returned it for Russellville.
Yeah, they had him wrapped up, and he stepped out of bounds, and he got hit pretty hard. No flag.
13-yard return by Reed Wolf, one of the up men for Russellville. Russellville will take over at their own 38-yard line, trailing 14-3 here on homecoming night. They got some decorative lights over on Cyclone Hill on the bushes there that spell out Cyclones. Got them lit up. Russellville needs points. Phil, go with do. You really like to get a touchdown here to answer. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's tight. That's Wolf. They're going to go right side, complete to Lovelace. He's got the first down at midfield for a Beeson Roofing Solution first down here on River Country KCJC.
Right now, Lovelace is a receiver, and he's getting open. He's about 7 yards, and he's wide open. No one's on him.
That's what we said. It's going to be a free release. They play zone. They not very much bump and run. Lovelace is going to get the call again on the screen pass. He's into Sheridan territory. A little stop and go action gets inside the 45-yard line before stepping out of bounds.
Well, he looked like he gained about 6 or 7.
Russell's being very deliberate with those screens and also with the little curl patterns. Just stop and find a window in the zone and sit down. 2nd down and 4. 2 receivers each side. Man goes in motion. That's Burnett, but they're going to give it to Kobe Robinson. He's got the first down on the ground inside the 40 to the 38. First down brought to you by Beeson Roofing Solutions.
Yeah, Kobe went right behind the right guard, and the opening was there. And our offensive line pushed him back, and that was a good charge by our offensive line.
7 yards on the pickup. Russell's got it first down and 10. 2 receivers to each side. The short side of the field is the left. That's where Wolf and Burnett are. Far side is Lovelace and Peter. They're going to go left side complete out in the flat to Brady Burnett. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 35. Now, what we said, I sound like a broken record, but Sheridan will let you do this all the way down the field. They're gambling that they're either going to come up with a play at some point or you're not going to be disciplined enough to keep taking what they're giving you. And so far, Russellville has been doing just that. The only thing that hurt Russellville was a personal foul penalty, where Russellville had to kick a field goal instead of going for it on 4th down. Russellville trails 14-3. Pump fake, and Whitford going for a deep pass. It goes off the outstretched left hand of Reed Wolf. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Cyclones.
Yeah, I had two defenders out there, but Wolf had moved in behind them. It was a good pass.
That's the first incompletion for Braden Whitford. He's 9 of 10 for 66 yards. Reed has returned to kick on this drive, but that would he has not caught a pass yet. They got Landon Lefevre, number 7, over here on the left side. First action for him. Whitford's going to run the throwback. He throws back left side to Tristan Wheelis. He breaks a tackle at the 31, fights his way, and he's going to be very close to a first down. Lefevre was providing blocking. Tristan Wheelis, who's the punter, but he's also been working at tight end in the absence of Trent Stokes. And Russell's close to see where they mark it. They're going to give him the 28-yard line. That's going to be 1 yard shy of a first down. It'll bring up 4th down and 1. Russellville going to stay on the field. They're trailing by 11 here with under 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Whitford, hard count. Now he checks the sideline. Play clock down to 16. Plenty of time. Getting the coach, looking Coach Farr. He's signaling in the play. They move Kobe Robinson, the running back, to Whitford's right. Wolf back in on the left side. They're going to go to him, and he's got the catch. Sure-handed catch, and he's got the first down, going down to make the catch at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, he took that one off the turf, kept his hands underneath the ball, which good receivers will do, and enough for the first down.
Yeah, that's brought to you by Beeson Roofing Solutions. I know they don't play bump and run, but on 4th and 1, it's kind of surprising. They're letting us have that 5-yard route. Very shocking, and good job by the Cyclones accepting that. Gavin Graham going to take the direct snap, and he's back to line of scrimmage before he's hit very hard and driven backwards. They'll give him forward progress. He may gain a yard out of this.
Well, he just took it off the right guard, and they filled up the hole pretty quick.
Gain of 1 on the play to bring up 2nd down and 9 at the 23-yard line. Lovelace comes out, and Whitford back in at quarterback. The 2 receivers to the right is Burnett and Peter. Wheelis in at tight end. He's on the left side. Lone receiver to the left is Wolf. They're going to bring Wolf in motion. Whitford gets it. He flips it ahead to Wolf. It's a pass, and he's going to get around the 20-yard line. 21, I think, is where they're going to give him. That's considered a pass, and that's important because if it's dropped, then it's an incomplete pass and not a fumble. Goes for a pickup of 2 on the play. Russellville looking at 3rd down and 7. Now 2 catches for Reed Wolf. Russellville going to go with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Russellville needs to get inside the 15 to the 14 for a first down. Whitford out of the shotgun. Bring a man in motion. No receivers to the right side. He's going to fake the handoff. Throw across the middle. It's complete to Burnett. He's at the 11. He's at the 5. Touchdown, Cyclones. Well, the entire line from Sheridan went with that fake on the fake handoff to Marquise Peter. And coming across the other direction was Brady Burnett. He caught it and went untouched into the end zone for the touchdown.
Again, that was that pass right over middle to Burnett. That's where he likes to set himself, and did a good job.
Connor Cooper on to try the extra point here with 1:58 left to play. Here in the first quarter, it's up, and it is good. Cyclones cut in that lead. They trail 14-10. Just under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Danny Hips here at Phil Ryan Autoplex. Come see huge savings all over the lot. 2019 Buick Encore's up to 30% off MSRP. Or take advantage of a $1,000 rebate with 0% for 72 months. How about $10,000 off for 2019 Buick Envisions? Or take advantage of 0% for 72 months. And we even have the 2019 Buick Enclaves up to $13,000 off. Or you can take advantage of 0% for 60 months. Come see why we're selling more cars than ever before. Phil Ryan Autoplex, exit 84, just off 540. Or shop us online, PhilRyanAutoplex.com.
Bill Wright Autoplex sponsors Cyclone Football. They're a touchdown sponsor this year. They sponsored that touchdown. That was Braden Whitford hitting Brady Burnett. A 3rd down and 7 play for a 21-yard touchdown pass. That capped off a 62-yard, 10-play drive. Took 2 minutes and 59 seconds. Russell trails by 4 at 14-10.
Our defense have created a lot of turnovers this year. We need one against Sheridan and stop them and get the ball back.
Sheridan has switched return men. They're expecting it to go left side, our left side. That's Trey Davis, number 23 over there. We'll see what Connor Cooper wants to do. Kicks this one high. It's going to be returnable, and Davis is going to catch it at the 9-yard line. He's across the 15, the 20, running towards the left, his left, and he's brought down at the 25-yard line.
That's number 17, Cole Hathcote.
A return of 16 yards. And that's where they will take over. And so far, their first 2 drives have gone touchdown, touchdown. And I don't think they've thrown a pass yet. Minute 52 left to play here in the first quarter. Cyclones trail 14-10. Well, they've used 3 of their 4 quarterbacks they used last game. They're back to the original starter, Hunter Tucker. Tight formation. He's going to move out of the way. A direct snap to the running back, and he's across the 25, pickup of 2 before driven backwards. I think that's Alden Lucas, number 24.
If you notice, number 4, Tucker and Lucas, they both get set as if they're receiving the ball, and then Tucker will begin to shift to the right or to the left in a direct snap to Lucas.
Okay, that wasn't Lucas. That was Peyton Edwards, number 26. Pickup of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 8. And it's still going to be Edwards in the backfield with Hunter Tucker, number 4. He is going to get the snap. He's going to turn and hand it to Peyton Edwards. He ran left side, and I think he may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be it.
Had about 5 or 6 Cyclones there in on the tackle.
Last time they had 3rd and 11, they ran a draw play for 81 yards. I only point that out to say it's 3rd and 11, they're not passing. They're probably not passing here. Although they do switch quarterbacks. Connor Canterbury, number 10, and Alden Lucas comes in for his first play of this drive. They need their own 35 for a first down. Cyclone defense needs to hold here. Canterbury, he's going to pass. Looking left, throwing across the middle. It's complete. They've got the first down and more across the 40, 45, near midfield before being tripped up. That's number 23, Trey Davis.
That's just a great pass. What he did, he was on the left-hand side, broke across the middle to the right, and the pass was just laid in there.
22 yards on the play. They've got a first down at their own 49-yard line. Trey Davis, the recipient of that. That's their first pass play. They're going to late change in. They bring in a tight end. We don't have him listed, number 48. But this is what they do. They're running the play clock down. It's down to 5 seconds, 4 seconds. They may be calling a timeout here. Yeah, maybe they feel like they don't have the right personnel. No, they're going to let the quarter run out. We've come to the first quarter with our score. Sheridan 14, the Cyclones 10. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service. We're more than just tires. Consistent, responsive, honest and fair. What makes us different? We're the one care. Trust our experience to know what you need. Professional and fast. See what we mean. Arkansas Tire and Auto Service. We're more than just tires.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
Did you know if your roof isn't maintained regularly, you could void the warranty on your existing roof? Tim Noblet with E&F Roofing has made it his mission to protect your roof or help you get the new roof that will maximize your investment and extend the life of your roof, which can save you money through prevention and maintenance. So before you have another company check your roof, call 479-272-4069 and let E&F Roofing see what they can find and how much you can save by using someone local, someone who cares, right here in the River Valley.
As we start the second quarter, 1st and 10 for Sheridan. Canterbury, the quarterback, empty backfield. Now they're going to move a man in motion. Lucas, he sets up to Canterbury's left, and he'll get the call. Started right back up the gut. He's into Cyclone territory across the 45, and he's tripped up at the 40. It's enough for a first down. Boy, it's just tough to stop these guys when they get on a roll.
It is. Number 5, Kobe Curtis has stopped him. What Russellville needs right now is a turnover.
Pickup of 12 yards on the play. They have it 1st and 10 at the Cyclone 39-yard line. Russellville trailing 14-10 Canterbury. The quarterback goes out. They'll bring back in Hunter Tucker, number 4. He's passed more times than anybody for Sheridan, but so far tonight they've only thrown one, and that was Canterbury who did it. In the backfield, Edwards is right behind Tucker, moves out of the way so he can get the the direct snap. He gets inside the 40, inside the 35-yard line, and Edwards is good first down running. Positive yards down to the 34-yard line.
Kobe Curtis, number 5, had that read and wasn't able to get his arms around the ball carrier. He had him in the backfield.
That was Edwards, and he's got 4 carries for 88 yards and a touchdown. 2nd down and 5. Ball on the left hash. Sheridan making the play calls. All their players are looking down at their left arm, checking their play chart on their arm. Seems like they've run the same 5 plays. They're going to direct snap it to Edwards. Tries the right side. He's got the first down inside the 30. He's tripped up around the 27-yard line.
Yeah, number 10, T.J. Holt, is the one who made the tackle, but not until he got the first down. And he just took it to the outside on the right-hand side, went outside of the tackle.
Cyclones trailing 14-10, 10.5 to go here in the first half. It does seem like the same plays, to be honest with you. So far, with quarterback Tucker in there, they've been moving him out of the way to direct snap. And they're still getting positive yards. This time Tucker's going to get the snap. It's going to be a draw play, and he is hit hard and brought down at the 30-yard line. Holy cow. That was Ty Tolan coming in from that linebacker spot.
Yeah, number 28, he nailed him.
A loss of 3 on the play. Tolan was one of our 2 Cyclone guests on Cyclone Live this past week. I asked him where the aggression comes from. He's the most mild-mannered kid that you'd ever meet. 2nd down and 13. That's what you need to do. Put them in the hole on 1st down. They're averaging 3.3 yards on 1st down. That took some off their average. New quarterback Watkins in. He's going to get the direct snap. He breaks a tackle in the backfield and plows forward. I still think he lost about a half yard. Russell almost got that for an even bigger loss.
Yeah, again, Kobe Curtis was in there, just couldn't wrap his arms around him, but he slowed him up enough where we could get a gain tackle on him.
No gain, 3rd down and 13. Well, 2 3rd down and longs. One time they ran it. One time they passed it. Both times they picked it up. We'll see what they do here on 3rd down and 13. And into the game will be Connor Canterbury, who did throw a 3rd down pass. In the backfield with him is Alden Lucas. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Canterbury, he's going to play action pass. He's under pressure, steps up in the pocket. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. He's across the 25. Trip, no, he breaks a tackle at the 20. He's to the 15. He takes a shot inside the 15. Enough for the 1st down, though. Big lick laid on by the Cyclone defense, but couldn't jar the ball loose. And they win that battle because they get the 1st down, and they're in the red zone now at the Cyclone 12-yard line. Boy, Russell covered everybody.
Yeah, we did. We had them covered good.
But an 18-yard pickup on a quarterback scramble. That was not a called play. And now Russell going with Trace Watkins, the quarterback. With running backs to his right, he's probably going to take it himself on the power sweep. He cuts back to the left. That was a bad idea. He ends up gaining about a half yard on the play.
Cole Hathcote, number 17, in on the stop. Along with number 69, Gilbert.
2nd down and 10. Changing quarterbacks. I remember when Steve Spurrier did this years ago. He only had 2, and he was changing them every play. They're not changing every play, but they got more than 2. Watkins goes out.
Now you got 2 running backs.
Yeah, in officially at quarterback is Peyton Edwards. He's took some direct snaps, but now they've officially used their 4 quarterbacks. Edwards going to fake the handoff, keep it himself. He's inside the 10, breaking a tackle inside the 5 to the 4. He'll be short of 1st down. It'll bring up 3rd down at about 2.
Grant Smith made the stop.
They give him the 5-yard line. Ball will be on the left hash, 3rd down and 3. A short 3. They needed to get just inside the 3, between the 3 and the 2-yard line for a 1st down. Cyclones trailing by 4, 14-10. Clock rolling, 7:10 left to play here in the 1st half. This 1st half's going quick. When they dictate their tempo, the half plays quick. And that's what they're doing. They're running the clock down. They're going to take a timeout. Here's the clock goes down to 1. They'll take a timeout. We'll take a quick break. Russell trailing 14-10. You're listening to Cyclone Football on River Country KCJC.
Timeout Sheridan. Their first timeout.
Richard Roberts at Cogswell Motors. Don't miss our best F-150 sale of the year. It's the F-150 leather and liner sale at Cogswell Motors. These XLTs are already loaded with backup cameras, heated seats, Apple CarPlay, and more. But right now, get a free leather seat upgrade and spray and bed liner. And that's on top of $10,000 off of MSRP. Shop our deals anytime online at CoswellMotors.com or come see us at 1900 East Main in Russellville.
Welcome back. The Cyclones defense has got their back against the wall again, trailing 14-10 with 6:51 left to play in the 1st half. And Sheridan looking at 3rd and 3 from the 5-yard line.
It looks like Sheridan runs about 5 plays, but with different personnel. And they're getting some excellent blocking on that offensive line. Again, we need a turnover right here.
3rd down and 3. Who knows? They may be going forward on 4th down. They may think this is 2-down territory for them. Looking like Peyton Edwards, number 26, is probably going to get the snap. This is Wing T formation. He's going to keep it himself. He breaks a tackle at the 10, still running, and he's got the first down. He's got the touchdown. Wow, Russellville had that for a loss back at the 10-yard line. It was going to be a 5-yard loss, turns into a touchdown. Just didn't wrap up there. A hard running there. Peyton Edwards kept his feet moving, and they got a 10-point lead once again.
And that was a key, keeping his feet moving. He's not a big runner, but he keeps his legs moving.
The kicker, Javier Gonzalez. And we had a flag going against the Cyclones, so that'll be assessed on the kickoff.
The flag is an
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
against Russellville.
And they can either move it half the distance to go or assess it on the kickoff. You only move it half distance to go if you think you're going to go for 2 here. Well, there's no reason to go for 2 if you're Sheridan. You're up 20-10. The extra point by Gonzalez is up, and it's good. 21-10, Sheridan leading it. We'll take a break, come back with more. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Taking care of families. That's what the folks at C&D Drugstore have been doing in historic downtown Russellville for more than 6 decades. When it comes to all your pharmaceutical needs, when it comes to compounding, special medicines, R.D. Walker and his staff are there to serve you. And most importantly, if you need delivery, if you need curbside pickup, you need C&D Drugstore on the corner of B and Commerce in downtown Russellville, a 60-year tradition.
I got to say this while it's still a shocking score. First quarter score, Greenwood and El Dorado are tied at 14. On that scoring drive for Sheridan, 75 yards and 12 plays, 7 minutes, 14 seconds. That's what they want to do. They end up getting a touchdown run on 5 yards by Peyton Edwards. And after the extra point, it's 21-10. They lead it. That's really put you behind the 8 ball because you think that Russell, hey, we might not get to we might not get the ball very many times. And now Sheridan, after the unsportsmanlike penalty, is going to kick off from Russellville's 45-yard line. And they're going to kick it. They're not going to get it in the end zone. Yeah, they are. It looked like Felix Aguilar made a bid for it, tried to catch it over his shoulder. It did go over his shoulder and into the end zone. It's an automatic touchback once it crosses that goal line.
It's so important for Russellville to move down the field and score a touchdown and get back, within about 4 points of Sheridan. But field goal is out of the question. We've got to have a touchdown.
Well, Russellville scored every time they've touched the ball. They've had 2 drives, ended at a field goal and a touchdown. This will be their 3rd. Sheridan's had 3 drives and all been touchdowns, so they haven't shut us down. It's just they're eating a lot of time off the clock and limiting our possessions. Who knows, this may be our last possession of the first half. Whitford with 2 receivers to each side, going to turn, throw a screen pass out on the right side to Lovelace. He's across the 20, 25, and pushed out of bounds there. That'll stop the clock with 6:37 left in the first half. And Russellville has been very patient, and there's no reason not to be. You still got plenty of time. You're only down 11 points, and you're going to take what the other team's given you, and that time they gave you 7 yards. Whitford now 14 of 15 for 104 yards and a touchdown on that last drive when he hit Brady Burnett for the 21-yard strike. Whitford 3 receivers bunched to the right. It's going to be a screen pass set up for Burnett. He's across the 30 and bumped out of bounds before he gets to the 35-yard line. That's a first down brought to you by Beeson Roofing Solutions.
Well, again, like you say, we're sounding like a broken record, but as long as they're giving you 5 to 7 yards, take it.
That's what we talked about in our Cyclone Watch. They play zone. They give you free release, meaning they don't bump the receivers at the line of scrimmage. Even when they play up, they let them run past. Same formation. Whitford, same play. It's a screen pass to Burnett. He can't fight off a tackle before they can break it down the right sideline. And let's see, they are going to pick up a yard on that play.
Now, they may be setting up a play because that's 3 straight passes to the right side of our offense.
Second down and 10 after the completed pass for no gain. Same formation. 3 bunched up to the right, 1 left. Whitford They go a little bit more downfield, and a complete pass to Brady Burnett. It wasn't a screen, but everybody ran about 5 yards before the completed pass, and I think he's got enough for a Beeson Roofing Solution first down. Well, it'll depend on the spot. They're eyeing it right now, and I don't know why the official on the far side's eyeing it. I mean, we needed the 43, got the 44. They got to move those sticks, and they haven't yet. Now they're hurrying up, saying, hey, move it, move it. 1st and 10 for the Cyclones at their own 44-yard line. 6-8, 21-10. 3 receivers to the left, a little bit more spaced out. 1 receiver to the right, that's Marquise Peter. They're going to throw to Peter on the out pattern, complete. He gets to about the 47-yard line, a pickup of 3. And I believe that's Marquise's first catch of the game. Whitford now thrown for 124 yards. Think about that on 19 attempts. That's less than 10 yards an attempt, but that's what we're talking about. Just a little dink and duck here all the way down the field. 3 receivers to the right, 1 left on 2nd down and 7. Kobe Robinson, the running back, he's in front of Whitford. Usually means pass protection. It is. Completed pass on the screen pass to Burnett. Started inside, cut back outside. He'll pick up a couple yards to about the 49.
He had an opening there. If they hadn't tripped him up, he was going to gain about another 7 to 8 yards.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Cyclones. Russellville 4 of 7 on 3rd down conversions so far in this game. They need Sheridan territory. They need right at their 46-yard line for a first down. 2 receivers to each side. Whitford. He takes that left side. Boy, they're giving a big cushion over there. Whitford looking left. He's going to throw left. It's in and out of the hands. Almost picked off. Almost complete. Almost picked off. And it's going to be 4th down and 5. Boy, you hate to go for it here on 4th down, right around midfield. But Sheridan has scared you, eating up so much time and scoring on every drive. I don't know what you do.
I think you've got to go for it.
And at least they're going to give the appearance that they're going to go for it. That was in and out of a Cyclone's hands and in and out of a Sheridan Yellow Jacket hand. Russell, if they snap it, they need the 46 for a first down. And now Coach Weaver going to talk about it. He's calling timeout. We'll take a quick break. Russell trailing by 11. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Hey guys, Terry Holland here at Best Ride. Did you know Best Ride's been in business for 15 years? We are still offering the same great customer service we started with in 2004. We started with an affordable card with 24 months or 24,000 mile service contract with a low interest rate. We helped with your sales tax, gave free oil changes to the length of the contract, and reported credit. Best Ride now offers a little more. We have a full service department with all your vehicle needs, a service contract with no deductible, a newer, lower mile vehicle to choose from. Best Ride's been serving the River Valley for 15 years. You can find us at bestridearkansas.com, Instagram, and Facebook. So guys, come see us at 621 South Knoxville in Russellville.
Benton leads Siloam Springs in the second quarter 14-13. Greenwood and El Dorado still tied at 14, but that now is a second quarter score instead of a first quarter score. Here the Cyclones trailing 21-10. Very key moment in this first half. Russell looking at 4th down and 5 at the 48-yard line. The reason why they're thinking about this is because Sheridan's had the ball 3 times and has ended in 3 touchdowns. Scoring drives of 2 minutes, minute and a half, and 7 minutes. Russell could still punt it here. Braden Whitford is a punter. But he's going to drop back and pass. Looking left, he's going to throw it left. It's going to be complete enough for the first down. They needed the 46, and Burnett ran his route to the 45. Big moment in the game there, and the Cyclone offense comes through. That's enough for a first down. It's brought to you by Beeson Roofing Solutions. Well, they gave him a bad spot, too, just outside the 45, but still enough for the first down.
Yeah, I think he got over the 45.
So officially, he needed 5. He got 5.5. Brady Burnett now, they've targeted 9 times. Every time he's caught at 9 catches for 67 yards. And he's going to get the handoff on the fly sweep. He's across the 45, breaks a tackle there at the 40. He's going to be ridden out of bounds and slung out of bounds. That's got to be a flag. Here come 3 flags in on that. 3 flags, and then holding with his palms up is Dalton Irvin saying, what did I do? Well, 3 different officials, and the whole Cyclone fans saw what you did there. And that is going to be the first penalty on Sheridan. And you talk about losing your poise. That happened with them because, they're up by 11, and they're going to call it now personal foul. They're up by 11. There's no reason to do that if you're Sheridan.
No, Brady Burnett was a good 5 yards out of bounds.
That's their first penalty, and it's huge. It gives the Cyclones, who would have had the ball right around the first down mark, it might have been a half yard shy at the 35. Now they have the ball at the 20. 4:44 left to play here in the first half. Cyclones having a long drive of their own. They took over at their own 20-yard line. They've driven to Sheridan's 20. It's taken them about 2 minutes to do so. 2 receivers to each side. Kobe Robinson now a little bit behind Whitford. Usually means a handoff. He's going to get it straight at the gut, trying to bounce it outside. Can't, but he gets 3 yards on the pickup. Looked like he was trying to put the brakes on and bounce it out to the left.
Yeah, Robinson's better on the outside. If he can get out there, going up the middle, he's not very big. And if we could get him in that secondary, we could really create some damage.
2nd down and 7. Now Robinson in front of Whitford. 2 receivers to each side. Whitford looking left, nothing there. Now he's going to roll to his left, pumps and fakes. He's going to be hit in the backfield and tackled back at the 20. It'll be a loss of 3 on the play.
Couldn't get anybody open.
And he couldn't throw it away because you had to be outside the tackle box, and I don't think he was. Tristan Wheelis will now come in to run a tight end spot. He got good hands, and that'll move Brady Burnett over to that right side to join Marquise Peter. 3rd down and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, the receivers need to know where that first down marker is.
Play clock down to 13, and Coach Weaver and Coach Farr talking on the sideline. And no signal. They may be getting ready to call timeout here. They are going to. Play clock down to 5 seconds. They're going to call timeout. 3.5 to go in the first quarter. Russellville trails 21-10. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
James Dunham is experienced, an attorney for 30 years whose practice covers all areas of the law. James Dunham is ethical. He's chairman of the Supreme Court Committee on Professional Conduct. James Dunham is fair. He's known for his respectful treatment of others. He's a man of judicial temperament and sober judgment. Elect James Dunham, Circuit Judge.
Paid for by the Dunham campaign.
Thank you, John. John Henderson, our engineer for tonight, as he is all our games. Russellville. It seems like we always say big play, but we talk about this. The slow type offense that Sheridan has really limits the possessions. That's what we mean by shortening the game. Realize this is Russellville's. This is only their 3rd possession of this first half, and we're under 3.5 minutes to go. Russellville trailing 21-10, and they're looking at 3rd down and 10. And you got to be thinking they're probably saying, "Hey, if we're going to go for it on 4th down, let's just try to pick up 5-6 yards here." Bring a man in motion. That's Lovelace. He goes behind the quarterback. Whitford pumps. He's going to go for the end zone. Marquise Peter, no. Ball was knocked away. Good defensive job. They didn't make contact out there, and that usually means you might be kicking the field goal when you go for the end zone there. If they'd have gone for about 5 yards, I would think they were going to go for it on 4th down.
Anytime Peters gets down there close to the end zone, he draws a crowd. There was 2 defenders around him.
And that's going to, they're going to bring on Connor Cooper to try a field goal here. They'll put the ball down at the 27. This would be a 37-yard field goal attempt. And it's blocked. Sheridan blocked it. It's a live ball. It's going to be picked up at the 25, fumbled around. No, they're going to fall on it right there. That means Sheridan's going to have the ball right there at the 25-yard line. Around the 27, I guess.
That's tough right there. We're still looking for that first turnover. This would be a good time to have it. Knock the ball loose if you can.
Yeah, Russell's going to get the ball to start the second half, but you would really hope to get points there because, you could have still just been down 1 possession. Even with the field goal, you'd been down by 8 points, which is a touchdown, 2-point conversion. Now you're just trying to hold on. Sheridan direct snap to the quarterback. He's going to run, trying to bounce it outside. He's got some room. We have a flag back at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a pickup of 13 yards. But hold on, that's in the area of holding. So I don't think Watkins is going to get credit. The flag was thrown to the 28-yard line. But we'll see where they mark off the penalty from. I went ahead and called it. It was holding.
It was.
They say 10 yards from the spot, and I think they marked it about a half yard behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe a full yard, because they're going to put it back at the 16-yard line, so it winds up being an 11-yard penalty. That's their second penalty for 26 yards. Well, this is where you want them. Russellville does have one timeout, but they can't call it just yet. They'll do that on maybe a third down play. 3:06 left to play here in the first half, and Russellville trailing by 11. Back in the quarterback is Tucker. He's going to turn and hand it off to the running back, who's going to be hit at the 15, just keeps going. He broke a tackle at the 15. He winds up being tackled finally at the 22. Good grief. Lucas there on that run.
Yeah, number 16, Porter, had him in the backfield, just couldn't hold on to him. These runners are not big, so when we get to them, we're just going to have to wrap them up and hold on.
Seems like we're saying that a lot. We're hit them in the backfield, but they keep going. They've instituted a wake program at the beginning of last year, and they look a lot different than when we saw them in week 5 of last season. Lucas is going to get the call again. He breaks a tackle at the 18, leans forward, and stumbles to the 25, 26-yard line. Broke through an arm tackle there. It'll bring up third down and long, though, for Sheridan.
Number 43, Ty Hips, in on that stop. I think he grabbed him by the ankle.
Clock rolling, 2:02 left. If Russellville stops him here, expect Russellville to take their last time out, stop the clock. Sheridan, there's 20 seconds on the play clock and 1:55 left to go in the first half. They're running off as much time as they can just in case they don't make it. They don't want to give Russellville much time. Back in is Canterbury. He's thrown one pass, another one he scrambled for, but this time he's going to hand it off. Boy, it's going to be nowhere close. Nowhere close on third down and long, and Russell's going to take a timeout as Lucas is brought down right around the line of scrimmage. We'll take a quick break. Be back with the final minute and a half. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
That is the final timeout for the Russellville Cyclones.
Dear Golden Sons and Wonder Boys, Ozark Explorers, and Main Street Adorers, there's a new casino coming to town. Wouldn't it be great if it were Choctaw Casino and Resort? A place built for the community and the people of Pope County. This is your home. It should be your casino. Luckily, it's not too late to let your voice be heard. Talk to your city and county representatives and let them know that you choose Choctaw. For more information, visit ChoctawArkansas.com.
Okay, Russell's going to send Reed Wolf back, but hey, the Cyclones are very dangerous at blocking punts. Russell with 1:36 left in the first half. A lot can happen even with no timeouts. This special teams is pretty special. Russell not going to block this one. Reed Wolf has to retreat. He catches it over the shoulder at the 32-yard line, across the 35, 40. Boy, he saves some yards by catching that and not letting it go, because that would have bounced inside the 20. So he saves yards there, and he gets about 8-9 yards on the return.
Yeah, that's a good play by Reed.
41-yard punt, 8-yard return. And Reed Wolf saves some yardage for Russellville there. So the Cyclones will take over 60 yards away from pay dirt. Remember, they have no timeouts, but 1:28 to work with. A lot of time here, especially if Sheridan doesn't change the way they attack on defense. Russellville have been able to run a lot of sideline patterns, just step out of bounds. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. We'll see how the 2-minute offense goes here. Whitford, here comes some pressure. He's going to have to roll to his right, throws across his body, complete to Brady Burnett. He's got the first down into Sheridan territory and more as he steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. That's enough for Beeson Roofing Solutions first down. We'll credit Brady Burnett rolling to his left and stopping. And then Whitford throwing across his body, because that's the only way he could get the ball to him. And with that play, a pickup of 19 yards. First and 10 for the Cyclones at the 41 as they line up. 1:18 left to play here in the first half. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Whitford barking out signals. Gets the snap. It's a screen pass complete to Lovelace, trying to string it outside. He stiff arms a man, but he's going to be pushed out of bounds, I think, for no gain. Stiff armed a Sheridan Yellow Jacket in the helmet, and where are they going to give him? They're going to say he lost a yard on the play. Back to the 42. But the clock does stop here with 1:13 left to play first half. 2nd 11 for Russellville. Cyclones with no timeouts, trailing 21-10. 1:13 left to play in the first half. 3 receivers, triangle formation on that right side, the short side of the field. Marquise Peter, the lone receiver, to the left. Whitford claps his hands, and now he gets a snap looking right. Pump fakes. He's going to throw. He's got Lovelace complete at the 30, and he stutter steps his way, breaks a tackle just outside the 25, and steps out of bounds.
Well, that's what you do. Stutter stepping, he gained about 3 or 4 extra yards, but then went to the sideline.
Minute 6 left to play. It's a Beeson Roofing Solution first down. After the 18-yard pickup, 1st and 10 for the Cyclones. The clock has stopped. Same formation. Bunched receivers to the right. Lone receiver to left is Marquise Peter. Play action. They're going to give it to Burnett on the screen pass. He started left, cut back right. He steps out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
Like he gained about 2 yards.
Stops the clock with exactly a minute left. This is what I mean. It doesn't matter if Russell doesn't have timeouts the way they've been working the sideline. They've been doing that to perfection. 2nd down and 7. Trailing by 11. 60 seconds left here in the first half. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Short side of the field, Marquise Peter and Sheridan just jumped off sides. Got to give Russell an extra 5 yards. In high school football, you can't get back. It's an automatic dead ball. But Cyclones in the red zone at the 18-yard line. Russell's had 3 possessions, a field goal, touchdown, and blocked field goal. This is their 4th. They got this after the first 3 and out recorded by the Cyclone defense. Russell out of timeouts, but a minute left. They're on the Yellow Jacket 18-yard line. The Cyclones will get the ball to start the second half. 2 receivers to each side. Short side of the field is the right side. It's Lovelace and Marquise Peter on this right side. Lovelace comes in motion across the face of Whitford, throwing across the middle, complete to Burnett, inside the 10, inside the 5. He strolls into the end zone for the touchdown.
Another play for Burnett coming across the middle. He loves that area.
How about that? A 2-minute offense. You get the ball with a minute 28, and you still leave 53 seconds on the clock. That touchdown brought to you by Phil Wright Autoplex and the Cyclones. That's big. That is big. You cut the lead to 5, and you're going to get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, we had to score a touchdown on this drive.
We'd not settle for any points. It's just huge to get points against this defense, and the extra point is good by Connor Cooper. Cyclones pull within 4. With 53 seconds left to play in the first half, we'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football on River Country, KCJC.
Parents have a hard job. How do you feed the kids good food without breaking the bank? When you dine in at Steak and Shake on Saturday and Sunday, kids eat free with every $9 spent, and your food is always made to order. Steak and Shake on Parkway Drive. Steak and Shake's reward app makes saving super easy. Download the Steak and Shake Rewards app for free. Then order and pay from your device or smartphone, and every $50 that you spend, you get $5 in rewards. Steak and Shake on Parkway Drive.
KCJC, Dartnell, Russellville.
You guys play the best country of all.
River Country. KCJC.
Well, no timeouts, no problem. The Cyclones score, and it just took them 35 seconds to do it. We'll give you the scoring summary. But first, we want to see what happens with the kickoff. With 53 seconds left to play in the first half, Russellville trails by 4, 21-17. Connor Cooper lining it up on the left side. They're at the 40. He's been given the go-ahead. The kick, he's going to start his run up from about 4 yards. High sky kick. It's going to be fielded at the 24-yard line, and calling for a fair catch over there was Colin Canterbury. Connor's brother, has to be his brother, and they'll have it at the 24-yard line. Well, on that scoring summary, the Cyclones go 60 yards in just 5 plays. Whitford hits Brady Burnett for an 18-yard touchdown pass. Burnett's second touchdown reception of the game, and it was huge to be able to score probably as we go in. Sheridan's not, I mean, they're not going to not try to score, but they're not going to pass. They have 2 timeouts. But the only way they score, I think, is if they break a long run. They're probably satisfied with going in with a 4-point lead. The Cyclones are satisfied now getting that late touchdown. They're going to try to capitalize on it and score on their first drive of the second half. Quarterback is Hunter Tucker, number 4. They've used 4 quarterbacks. He's going to hand it off to Alden Lucas. He's across the 25, across the 30. Pick up about 7 yards on the play.
Alden Lucas on the carry.
32-yard line is where they have him down, so pick up 8. And he's got 92 yards on 9 carries. They're going to have 2 backs that have close to 100 before first half is over. Lucas gets the call again. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage. He started running backwards. He's close to a first down. I think he got a very late flag that just now came in. Well after the play, the side judge saw it, and this is obviously after the whistle. So you give the first down carry to Alden Lucas, but we'll have to check it. Dead ball foul, personal foul is going to be called on the Cyclones.
Man, that's 3 we've gotten in this first half.
All right, that's going to give them the ball at their own 49. With 20 seconds left, now they may try to throw the ball here.
Watch for a misdirection.
Sorry, they do put in Connor Canterbury, who's been their throwing quarterback tonight. Canterbury, low snap, handles it. Pump fake, he's looking, nothing there. He's going to roll to his right, and he's going to take off. He's across the 40, he steps out of bounds around the 42-yard line.
We had good coverage downfield, and
that'll stop the clock with 9 seconds left. And if he can't heave it all the way, I thought maybe they might try a hook and ladder play, something like that. They still have 2 timeouts left, so they could probably get 2 plays off if they get a timeout called quick, meaning they don't have to work the sideline. They can work the middle of the field. Play clock down to 13 seconds. Canterbury still the quarterback. Got 2 receivers to his left, running back the backfield. Play clock down to 4 seconds. Canterbury gets the snap. Play action. Looking left, nothing there, and he's going to heave it downfield. It's up for grabs, folks, and it's going to be off the fingertips of Felix Aguilar of the Cyclones. He intercepted it. He had at the 1-yard line. There's 2 seconds left in this first half.
That's, again, good coverage by our secondary, not letting any of the receivers get behind them.
Sheridan wants to take a timeout. We're going to keep it right here as we don't want to miss the last play of the first half. Give you some scoring updates. El Dorado and Greenwood, this has been a surprise all night long. It still stays a surprise in the second quarter. Both teams tied at 21. And, boy, that'd be a huge upset. Benton did lead Cyclone by a point. They now lead by 7, 20-13, that game in the second quarter. And we do not have a score on the Little Rock Hall game. And Lake Hamilton, Russell will travel to Lake Hamilton at next week. The biggest game of the state is in 5A. It's Pulaski Academy against Little Rock Christian. PA leading Little Rock Christian 18-14. That game's in the second quarter. Clarksville, I'm almost afraid to look. They trail Harrison 21-3. That's in the second quarter. And Pottsville and Mena are scoreless in the second quarter. Last play of the first half, they're going to turn and hand it off to Peyton Edwards. He's across the 40, 35, hit at the 30-yard line. Don't understand that play. I mean, they got the first down, but they're a good 27 yards away from scoring a touchdown. So that's how this first half comes to a close. So our score, the Sheridan YellowJackets 21, the Russellville Cyclones 17 here on homecoming night in Russellville. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Corey Beeson and the folks at Beeson Roofing Solutions are proud to support local sports in the River Valley. And they also want to say a special thank you to all their loyal customers and the community for their business. So if you have a problem with your roof, whether it be on your home or business, visit BeesonRoofing.com to see their work or call 967-2288 to schedule a free estimate or second opinion today from your local roofing experts, Beeson Roofing Solutions.
Fellner's Athletes Corner, your high-performance athletic store for quality athletic footwear and apparel, features Nike, Under Armour, The North Face, Patagonia, Oakley, Saucony, New Balance, Brooks, Asics. Abu Keen, and many, many more. Fellner's invites you to make them your first stop. With more than 50 years combined experience, the familiar faces at Fellner's can help you with all your athletic needs. Fellner's Athletes Corner, 2320 West Main, Russellville, open 9:30 until 6 Monday through Saturday.
Hey, it's Drew Mitchell for Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery. Lakeside is really proud this year to be sponsoring our local sports all throughout the River Valley. They're committed to the area. It's just another way they've showed that. When you're in the market for dentures, wisdom teeth, or whatever the case may be, remember Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery. And check out their website at lakesideofs.com. Lakeside Oral Surgery, helping make the broadcast of local sports throughout the River Valley possible.
Joshua's Fine Jewelry, a luxury establishment in the heart of downtown Russellville, are taking it back to the good old days with a family-owned, family-operated business that pride themselves on personal interactions, beautiful custom craftsmanship, and an insanely knowledgeable and helpful staff that go above and beyond just for you. Joshua's Fine Jewelry is giving a huge shout out to all of our local River Valley and Natural State athletes. You guys are the real MVPs. Be sure to like Joshua's Fine Jewelry on Facebook today and go and give them a visit in downtown Russellville at 310 West Main Street.
Well, Russellville never led in that first half, and they don't lead here at halftime as they trail Sheridan by a score of 21-17. Russellville trailed by as many as 11 two different times. But such a key to be able to get that touchdown with less than a minute to go before the first half concluded. Russell will start the second half with the football. And turn to my color man, what's your thoughts on the first half?
I think the key to this first half was the patience of Russellville on offense. You know, we talked about it and keep talking about it. Where Sheridan gives you 5 to 7 yards, you take it. Take what the defense has given you, and it's positive yards. And once you catch that ball after a 5 or 7 yard throw, you know, there's a chance you're going to break one, you're going to gain some more yardage, but take the 5 to 7 and march down the field, and that's what Russellville's done. Showing patience, not getting too fast or getting ahead of yourself. What's hurt Russellville is we are unable, it seems like we're just unable to make some stops as far as the tackling. We're trying to do arm tackling, and I believe you're right. Sheridan looks bigger than what they did last year. They must have a great weight program lifting weights, because their runners, they don't look that big, but you can tell there's a lot of strength there, and they're breaking these arm tackles. The other thing that has hurt Russellville is the 3 personal fouls. I think we got to get that under control, but our defense came through toward the end of the half. They stopped them, forced them to punt, and we get the ball, start the second half. We need to come down, score a touchdown, take the lead.
Well, Russellville's defense did make a stop, actually 2 if you consider the last drive, and they made a stop when they really needed to. Now, you always need to, but when they really needed to. After the blocked field goal by Sheridan, Russellville came out, got the defense got a 3 and out. Allowed 0 yards. Sheridan had to punt, and they gave Russellville the ball back with plenty of time to score, and the Cyclones did just that to cut it to 21-17. But if you look at Sheridan's drives, they scored touchdown, 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 and then a punt and the end of the first half. The Cyclones, their drives, not bad. Field goal, touchdown, blocked field goal, touchdown. And so they don't seem to be able to slow down our offense either. But when you have an offense like Sheridan does, it really eats up a lot of clock and shortens the game, meaning you don't have as many possessions for either team. So you really have to make them count. And when a team like that is around, tied with you, maybe has the lead, then you can say, well, we're going to have to. I mean, now every possession is even more critical than normal, and that's what that first half seemed to be like.
It was, and you got to, you know, every time you touch the ball, you got to have a mindset. I've got to score. I may not get the ball back with a lot of time, so I have got to score. Yeah, you want a touchdown, but anytime you get down in that red zone, you've got to score. How they came to block our field goal, I don't know. The man came in from the side and was able to do that. But we have got to score, preferably a touchdown, every time we go down the field to stay ahead of this team of Sheridan.
We'll take a break, come back with more of your halftime show. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC. Welcome back to Cyclones, trailing at halftime by a score of 21-17. It's time for this date in Cyclone history, and we had a special one this week. We wanted to talk more about what we talked about or what was brought up at the Hall of Fame banquet tonight, or this afternoon, and that was how the Crimson Cyclones got their nickname, and that was presented to the people attending the Hall of Fame banquet. Russell was actually called the Russell Athletics when they first started playing games in 1906, the Russell A's, just like the Oakland A's. That's a popular name back then. And it wasn't until 1921 Russell had made a coaching change. They hired a guy named Bill Cowan, who lived in a big house on Boston Avenue, and that house still stands today. Cowan coached the Cyclones for 1 year, actually the Athletics for 1 year, before taking a job as an assistant at Arkansas Tech, and was a football assistant there for 10 years. And he was when he was coaching at Russellville, he went around some local businesses and asked for new uniforms, and they got quite a few of them to bond together and buy some new uniforms. They were darker red than normal, what Russellville's normal colors were, almost a crimson colors. You can see where I'm going with this. And then it was the fans that gave him the nickname, and it was reported in the Courier by the fourth game of the year that the fans had started chanting when the defense would come on the field, Crimson Cyclones, Crimson Cyclones. And the sports writer at the time said the name stuck because it was perfect because of the way the defense flattened teams. So think about this. Russellville played 9 games in 1921. Their defense allowed 0 points all year. The only score that the Cyclones gave up that season was a pick 6 against Morrilton. Nobody else scored. Russellville was a perfect 9-0, officially 8 shutouts, even though their defense did not allow a single point. They beat Conway that year, 35-0. Beat Pottsville, beat Van Buren, beat Morrilton. They even beat Ozark 91-0. That's when it was first reported that the fans were chanting Crimson Cyclones. Well, the name stuck. At the end of the year, they made it official and changed the name from the Athletics to the Russellville Crimson Cyclones. And that's how Cyclones got that nickname, and that was back in 1921. The Cyclones became the Crimson Cyclones, moving from the Russellville Athletics. Not a bad season. They should have probably won state that year or maybe contended, but there was no playoffs back then, and state was just awarded. And that was in the middle of Coach Quigley at Little Rock High, Little Rock Central, and he was winning state championships every year because they declared him the state champion every year. So they never actually got to play for a state championship, but they did, just like Little Rock High, finish undefeated that season. 1921, when the Russellville Athletics officially became the Russellville Cyclones. We'll take a break, come back with your scoring summary and your stats of the first half as the Cyclones trail Sheridan 21-17 at halftime. You're listening to Cyclone Football on River Country KCJC.
The next halftime performance of the Cyclone Band will be Tuesday, October 15th at 8 o'clock here at Cyclone Stadium as the band performs at the Region 9 marching assessment. Till then, go Cyclone!
Hey, Mr. Rogers, I don't know if you're still watching. You'll always be Mr. Rogers to me. Watch this on YouTube. We won't talk about our baseball team today.
So, tire and auto service, we're more than just tires. Consistent, responsive, honest and fair. What makes us different? We're the ones who care. Trust
we're at a commercial right now on YouTube. We have to turn down the volume at times because we're not allowed to see any music that can be copyrighted, anything like that. But we can tell you they're about to honor the Cyclone soccer team that won state.
Arkansas
That's
Tire
the
and Auto Service,
young man walking in front of
2304
us right
East
now.
Main, Russellville.
Welcome back here on River Country 102.3. We're just talking to our YouTube viewers that getting ready to honor the state champions from soccer and present them with their rings officially here in Russellville. Boy, they're a powerhouse in soccer, winning multiple state championships, and so. I talked to Walker Payne's parents, and they asked me when they thought the halftime would be. I said 8:15-ish. I was a little bit late because at halftime, that first half got over pretty quick. We'll give you the scoring summary for the first half. There was a lot of scoring in that first half, 38 total points. Sheridan took the opening drive. It only took them 5 plays and 2 minutes and 7 seconds to score first. They went 73 yards. Trace Watkins, a 1-yard touchdown run, but it was a big run by Alden Lucas of 57 yards to set up that first touchdown. Extra point by Javier Gonzalez was good. That made it 7-0 Sheridan. Russellville answered on their first drive. They went 40 yards in 13 plays and 3:27. Looked like it was going to be a 4th down and 1, but a personal foul penalty pushed Russell back to 4th and 16, so they couldn't really go for it. But Connor Cooper hit one from 39 yards out, and he cut into that Sheridan lead. Russellville trailed 7-3. That was with 6:26 left to play in the first quarter. 2 more scores in the first quarter. Sheridan came right back. They went 80 yards in 3 plays. On a 3rd down and long, they went 81 yards on a draw play by Peyton Edwards. The extra point was good, making it 14-3 Sheridan with 4:57 left. Just under 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Russellville capped off a 62-yard drive in 10 plays, 2 minutes, 59 seconds. Braden Whitford hit Brady Burnett for a 21-yard touchdown pass. Connor Cooper added the extra point, made it 14-10 at the end of the first quarter. Sheridan took their 3rd drive and drove down and scored a touchdown again, this time 75 yards, 12 plays, 7 minutes and 14 seconds on the drive. Peyton Edwards, a 5-yard touchdown run. Gonzalez added the point after, making it 21-10 Sheridan. Russellville, their 3rd drive, looked like it was going to end in points. It was a 68-yard, 13-play drive. However, a 37-yard field goal attempt by Connor Cooper was blocked, and so it remained 21-10. Defense came alive for Russellville. Stopped Sheridan after a 3-and-out. Sheridan had to punt. Russellville got the ball with 1:28 left and no timeouts. It only took them 35 seconds. They went 60 yards in 5 plays. Whitford hit Brady Burnett for the 2nd time tonight for a touchdown and 18 yards on that. Second time they've hooked up for a touchdown. They've completed some passes tonight, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Connor Cooper added the extra point, made it 21-17, and that's where we stand here at the end of the first half. I said they've hooked up quite a bit. Brady Burnett has 12 catches. The school record, I believe, is 17 in a game. I can't remember if it's 16, 17. I believe 2 young men hold it. Ferris Brown and Red Atkins, who was just inducted to the Russellville High School Hall of Fame today, along with Bo Mathis. And that was brought up in the Hall of Fame luncheon today. Wouldn't it be weird if that got broken today? But Brady Burnett, 12 catches. He's been targeted 12 times. He's caught all of them. He's already over 100 yards and has 2 touchdown receptions. Braden Whitford, 25 of 28 for 186 yards. If you think about that, very efficient. 3 incompletions, but 28 passes total for 186 yards. That shows you that Russellville was, conservative is the wrong word. They're taking what Sheridan was giving them and not really trying to force the ball downfield. I can only think of one pass that they threw more than 20 yards. Everything else, it's like, okay, you're going to give us a 5-yard pass. That's what we're going to take. And that's one of the things we highlighted in our Cyclone Watch before the game. Russellville trailing at halftime 21-17. We'll give you all the totals for the first half when we come back. You're listening to Cyclone Football on River Country KCJC.
Did you know if your roof isn't maintained regularly, you could void the warranty on your existing roof? Tim Noblet with E&F Roofing has made it his mission to protect your roof or help you get the new roof that will maximize your investment and extend the life of your roof, which can save you money through prevention and maintenance. So before you have another company check your roof, call 479-272-4069 and let E&F Roofing see what they can find and how much you can save by using someone local, someone who cares, right here in the River Valley.
Richard Roberts at Cogswell Motors. Don't miss our best F-150 sale of the year. It's the F-150 leather and liner sale at Cogswell Motors. These XLTs are already loaded with backup cameras, heated seats, Apple CarPlay, and more. But right now, get a free leather seat upgrade and spray-in bed liner. And that's on top of $10,000 off of MSRP. Shop our deals anytime online at CogswellMotors.com or come see us at 1900 East Main in Russellville.
Taking care of families. That's what the folks at C&D Drugstore have been doing in historic downtown Russellville for more than 6 decades when it comes to all your pharmaceutical needs. When it comes to compounding special medicines, R.D. Walker and his staff are there to serve you. And most importantly, if you need delivery, if you need curbside pickup, you need C&D Drugstore on the corner of B and Commerce in downtown Russellville, a 60-year tradition.
Hey guys, Terry Holland here at Best Ride. Did you know Best Ride's been in business for 15 years? We are still offering the same great customer service we started with in 2004. We started with an affordable car with 24 months or 24,000-mile service contract with a low interest rate. We helped with your sales tax, gave free oil changes to the length of the contract, and reported credit. Best Ride now offers a little more. We have a full service department with all your vehicle needs, a service contract with no deductible, a newer, lower-mile vehicle to choose from. Best Ride's been serving the River Valley for 15 years. You can find us at BestRideArkansas.com, Instagram, and Facebook. So guys, come see us at 621 South Knoxville in Russellville.
Welcome back. It's homecoming here, and halftime the Cyclones trailing 21-17 against Sheridan. Let's look at the first half stats. Sheridan 272 total yards to Russellville's 217. The Cyclones in passing were led by Braden Whitford, 25 of 28 for 186 yards and 2 touchdowns. His longest pass was 21 yards. Turned out to be a touchdown to Brady Burnett. Gavin Graham did have one completion on one attempt for 10 yards. Receiving, we mentioned Brady Burnett before the break, 106 yards on 12 catches, 2 touchdowns. Justin Lovelace has 10 catches tonight for 77 yards. Running the football, Russellville, Brady Burnett actually has the leading rusher. He's got 16 yards on 2 carries. Kobe Robinson, 4 carries for a total of 7 yards. For Sheridan, they only thrown 2 passes. Connor Canterbury, 1 of 2 for 22 yards. They've done their damage running the football. Peyton Edwards, 9 carries for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. Alden Lucas, 10 carries for 94 yards. And Trace Watkins has 5 carries for 11. Russellville, third down conversions was 4 of 8. Sheridan was 5 of 6. Russellville went for 2 times. They went for it on 4th down. Sheridan did not, and 2 times converted, should say. Sheridan did not go for it at all on 4th down. Time possession, even with that 7-minute drive, Russellville kind of held their own on that. 10 minutes and 30 seconds. Sheridan, 13 minutes and 30 seconds. But Coach Wood, defensive coordinator for Russellville, will tell you that stat should be thrown out the window. Look at the total plays. And Russellville, 39 total plays to Sheridan's 28. And so one big key stat looked like his first down average. Sheridan averaging a little over 4 yards on first down. Russellville no slouch. They're averaging 3.9 yards on first downs. Well, as they're honoring some people here at homecoming, you mentioned earlier that the class of 1969 having their 50th anniversary here. That means the 1968 season because they graduated in 69, but the football season was 68. We highlighted that last week. That was in the middle of that 3 consecutive years with 9 victories, the second year for Coach Paul Pugh. And that was a team that went 9-2. They only lost to Catholic and Subiaco. The previous year they had gone 9-2 under Coach Pugh, and the next year they went 9-2. That was a really good stretch for Cyclone football, and so the 69 team from the 68 season, the class of 1969, having their 50th anniversary or the 50th reunion here tonight, as is the 79, 89, and 99. It's always good to do that for homecoming. We're finishing up halftime here as they're letting some fireworks go. We're going to take a 90-second break, if that's all right, John. 90 seconds, and then we will come back with the second half. The Cyclones trail by 4, but they'll get started with the football when we come back. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
James Dunham is experienced, an attorney for 30 years whose practice covers all areas of the law. James Dunham is ethical. He's chairman of the Supreme Court Committee on Professional Conduct. James Dunham is fair. He's known for his respectful treatment of others. He's a man of judicial temperament and sober judgment. Elect James Dunham, Circuit Judge.
Paid for by the Dunham Campaign.
Dear Golden Sons and Wonder Boys, Ozark Explorers, and Main Street Adorers, there's a new casino coming to town. Wouldn't it be great if it were Choctaw Casino and Resort? A place built for the community and the people of Pope County. This is your home. It should be your casino. Luckily, it's not too late to let your voice be heard. Talk to your city and county representatives and let them know that you choose Choctaw. For more information, visit ChoctawArkansas.com.
Parents have a hard job. How do you feed the kids good food without breaking the bank? When you dine in at Steak and Shake on Saturday and Sunday, kids eat free with every $9 spent, and your food is always made to order. Steak and Shake on Parkway Drive. Steak and Shake's reward app makes saving super easy. Download the Steak and Shake Rewards app for free. Then order and pay from your device or smartphone, and every $50 that you spend, you get $5 in rewards. Steak and Shake on Parkway Drive.
Welcome back. Getting ready for the second half. Smoke, literally smoke, is around the south end zone because of all those fireworks. And Russell's hoping for some offensive fireworks as we start the second half. Cyclones trailing 21 to 17. And we'll get the ball with the chance to take their first lead of the football game. Sheridan ready to kick off. Cyclones have not taken the field yet. Russell in their home black uniforms with big white numbers. Boy, I love those. Those are a lot easy to see. Kind of like the red pants, too. That kind of pops a little bit. Of course, the black helmets with the Cyclone on the side. And now, as we hear the gun go off, they're going to reset at 12 minutes, and we're ready for the second half.
Yeah, it looks like a fog's rolling in.
Yep, it does, doesn't it? Back deep for Russellville is Caleb Gray and Felix Aguilar. Aguilar has one return kickoff. He's got his leg taped right below the left knee. That's new. That didn't happen in the first half. High, short kick. It's going to be fielded at the 28-yard line across the 30, 35. He runs into a fog, and I think he got around the 41.
I believe that's Wolf, isn't it?
Is it? Okay, I couldn't tell, to be honest with you. And
yeah, Reed Wolf.
All right, gets to the 41, so that's a pickup of 14 yards. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine on that one. A good field position for Russellville. Their average drive start in that first half was the 35-yard line. Let's see if we can put some pressure on Sheridan ourselves in this second half. Whitford, the quarterback, very efficient in that first half. Only 3 incompletions, 3 receivers to the right. They're going to start off the way they started the first half, off with a pass to Lovelace, and it's going to be complete, but a loss of yard on the play and on the little screen pass. So that'll bring up second down and 11. Justin Lovelace, a transfer in from Dover. He was the quarterback there. He's a senior, so just has 1 year here. It's Jersey Day as part of the homecoming festivities. They have dress-up days for all the students. Today was Jersey Day, so a bunch of different types of jerseys, and the students have wore them. Second down and 11. Whitford out of the backfield was trying to go to Kobe Robinson. It was batted down at the line of scrimmage, so Russell looking at third down and 11.
Yeah, Kobe had swung out on the right side. No one was on him. He had just kind of slipped out there. If he had caught that ball, was able to get him the ball, he was going to gain some yards.
Bring up third down 11. The Cyclones need the 49-yard line of Sheridan for a first down. 2 receivers to each side. Whitford checking out that left side before he gets the snap. He's got the snap now. Looking left. And he's hit as he throws. It's up in the air, and it's going to be intercepted, then popped up in the air and picked off once again by Sheridan at the 44-yard line. They return it, break a tackle. They're in Cyclone territory inside the 40, stepping out of bounds at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, Whitford got hit about the time he released the ball, and you could tell that didn't have a real good spin on it.
There is no flag on the play.
And they return it to the 34, so 22 yards on the return. And now Cyclone defense is going to be put on the field. We thought, at the very least, Russell's defense will be taking the field with, at the very least, be down 1. Because Russell at least get a field goal. But Russell turns the ball over here. Good pressure by Sheridan. And really on back-to-back plays, because the first one they got in there and knocked the ball down. On first down, they're going to direct snap to the quarterback. This time it's number 2, Watkins. He's got the left edge. He's going to step out of bounds, but not before he gets in the red zone. Inside the 15 to the 12. Pickup of 22 yards on the play.
Watkins has more speed than what I think we realized. Once he made the corner, he just took off.
Now they're in the red zone. Sheridan leading at 21-17 after the first turnover of the game. And the YellowJackets looking to tack on. As Russellville, you're hoping for a stop here.
New quarterback in Edwards.
He's going to get the direct snap. He's going to turn and hand it off to their big bruising fullback. He gets inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Number 45,
yep.
Calvin, or
That's
Glenn Wright.
Yep.
Right on the carry. Ty Toland on the tackle. Gain
Toland made that stop.
They give him the 19-yard line, so a pickup of 3 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Sheridan taking their time.
They're going to fake the same play, and this time pulling it, keeping it, Edwards, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. 9 yards on the carry, and just like that, Sheridan extends their lead. Well, you didn't want to hang your hat on the fact that we kind of were, that Russellville was getting the ball to start the second half, but Sheridan has turned a turnover from the Cyclones into points, making it 27-17, pending the extra point by Javier Gonzalez. It's down, it's long enough, and it's good. Now it's 28-17 with 10:13 left to play third quarter. We'll take a break. Cyclones got to come back here. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Corey Beeson and the folks at Beeson Roofing Solutions are proud to support local sports in the River Valley. And they also want to say a special thank you to all their loyal customers and the community for their business. So if you have a problem with your roof, whether it be on your home or business, visit BeesonRoofing.com to see their work or call 967-2288 to schedule a free estimate or second opinion today from your local roofing experts, Beeson Roofing Solutions.
Now that drive took just 50 seconds for Sheridan. They go 34 yards in 3 plays. Peyton Edwards, a 9-yard touchdown run. Javier Gonzalez added the extra point. And Sheridan leads it 28-17 after the Cyclone turnover. That's tough to be down 2 possessions against an offense like this. Really tough to be down 3 possessions. Russellville needs some sort of points in the worst way on this drive. Gonzalez going to kick this one. Short kick is going to be fielded once again at the 27-yard line by Reed Wolf. Again, he's across the 35. Doesn't quite make the 40 this time. They're going to mark him down at the 38-yard line.
Again, good field position for Russellville to start their drive with.
Pickup of 11 on the return after just a 33-yard kick. Cyclones have it at their own 38-yard line. Cyclones will be traveling to Lake Hamilton next week. I believe it'll be Lake Hamilton's homecoming. Russellville was Benton's homecoming last week. Of course, having homecoming here this week, so 3 consecutive homecoming dates. Lake Hamilton, no slouch, but after that, it gets tougher. Greenwood's going to come in still. They do go to Little Rock Hall. They're getting pounded by Lake Hamilton last check. I believe it was 28-3. Here's a little forward pitch to Reed Wolf, and nothing going, and they slam him down at the 30. That's going to be a penalty. That's going to be a penalty as they picked him up and slammed him down to the turf. Reed Wolf slow to get up. That's a forward pass, but it doesn't matter. That's going to be a personal foul. We saw this a couple years ago in the Greenwood game where they suplexed Ryan Talley to the turf, and they didn't call it, and they really had a big meeting with all the officials over that. They thought it was unsportsmanlike conduct. So you count the pass play from Whitford to Wolf, and then give him the 48-yard line. No, sorry, 47.
Some of the players for Sheridan still talking to the official down there, the back judge.
That's the right call, though. It does give Russellville a first down. And Whitford back to pass on first down, rolling to his right. And he's going to throw across the middle. It's behind the intended receiver, Landon Lefevre. Falls incomplete. Russ will be looking at second down and 10.
And Landon was open over the middle. Ball was just thrown behind him. But he just got in between the zones and wide open.
And Lefevre, a junior, I believe, wearing number 7. Second down and 10 for the Cyclones at their own 47-yard line. 9:41 left to play, third quarter. The Cyclones trailing 28-17. Whitford, the quarterback, man in motion. That's Wolf. They're going to fake the handoff to him, throw across the middle, and it's incomplete. Brady Burnett just out of his reach. He put that right hand out there, stopped it, but able to pull it in. That's the first time they've gone to Brady Burnett, and it's ended in an incompletion. And it'll bring up third down and 10. Cyclones need the 43-yard line of Sheridan for a first down. 9:36 left to play, third quarter. Clock stopped. Russell trailing by 11. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. The lone one to the right is Marquise Peter. Third down and 10. Whitford gets the snap, flips the ball in his hand, throwing to Peter. It's complete enough for the first down. They're going to give forward progress. No, he turns and again gains another yard to the 42-yard line of Sheridan. That's a first down brought to you by Beeson Roofing Solutions. Marquise was expecting a big hit there. They didn't hit him as hard as I think, and he turned and gained an extra yard. 11 yards on the pickup. That's his second catch tonight.
Yeah, he found a crease of that zone and was wide open.
Cyclones have it at the Sheridan 42-yard line. 3 receivers bunched up to the right, triangle formation. Lone receiver to the left. Whitford looking that way. Is Mark going for Marquise Peter? It's going to be incomplete. Peter knocked down. Incidental contact? No. The side judge throws in a late flag, and that's not going to make Sheridan very happy. I'll be honest, I'm kind of surprised at this one. I thought it was incidental contact, unless they call a holding. They did on purpose. I thought they just got the feet tangled together a little bit. They're talking about it, and it is. It's going to be pass interference. I guarantee you there, and yeah, I can see Lance Parker over there. He is talking to the guy that threw the flag. He better watch it because they are not bashful in high school football about throwing the flag on sideline warning on coaches. Coach Weaver's gotten one of those before. So first down through a penalty brought to you by Beeson Roofing Solutions. Kobe Robinson going to get a delayed handoff. He'll plow forward that left side for a yard. It'll bring up second down and 9.
Where the opening was there, but it closed up so quick. Thing about the Sheridan's defense, they're big, but they got the speed.
5 carries for 8 yards for Kobe Robinson. Just been really tough all season for Russell to get any kind of running game going. But tonight they're kind of offsetting that with short passes. More of a West Coast type theory of using the short passes instead of the running game. 2 receivers at each side on second down and 9. Whitford gets the snap, looking left. He's going to throw on the little curl route. Reed Wolf, incomplete, in and out of his hands, and he's very frustrated with himself. He drops to a knee. He's upset with himself for not pulling that one in.
Yeah, it was a good pass.
It'll bring up third down and 9.
Yeah, hit him right in the hands, and he was wide open. Sometimes that happens. You just, for a split second, you take your eye off the ball thinking I'm going to get hit, or I'm looking around to see exactly where I'm going to run.
You got to have a short memory, too, on stuff like that. And I'm going to get the next one. Third down and 9 for the Cyclones. 8:24 left to play here, third quarter. Russellville trailing 28-17, but on the move. They're close to the red zone. Whitford with 2 receivers to each side. New running back in the game, Latrell Thomas, number 48. Bring a man in motion. That's Brady Burnett. They're going to hand it off to him on the fly sweep. Not much there, but he does spin out of trouble. But a lost yardage on the play back to the 28-yard line. Russell hoping to pick up some yards there. Probably go for it on fourth down now. You don't know what to do here. I don't know. I'm glad it's not my decision.
I think Burnett across the middle
Be 4th down and 11, and will Russellville kick the field goal or go for it? It looks like they might be going for it here. They do bring in Gavin Graham to be the quarterback. You don't want to waste a timeout here, but Russell may have to. 22 seconds left on the play clock. Sheridan's going to be calling timeout. I thought that might be too early for us to pull the trigger on that. Sheridan's going to take a timeout. We'll take a break. Russellville trailing 28-17 with 7:47 left to play in the third quarter. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Don't forget the 50-50 raffle tonight, sponsored by JBS Sports.
Fellner's Athletes Corner, your high-performance athletic store for quality athletic footwear and apparel, features Nike, Under Armour, The North Face, Patagonia, Oakley, Saucony, New Balance, Brooks, Asics, Kabu, Keen, and many, many more. Fellner's invites you to make them your first stop. With more than 50 years combined experience, the familiar faces at Fellner's can help you with all your athletic needs. Fellner's Athletes Corner, 2320 West Main, Russellville, open 9:30 until 6, Monday through Saturday.
The Cyclones trailing 28-17 here with 7:47 left to play in just the third quarter. 4th and 11, and Russellville had put in Gavin Graham at quarterback, causing Sheridan to take a timeout. Russellville looking like they're going to have 5 wide receivers here.
Sheridan's coach is out there talking to the man with the white hat. He's really talking to him. I think it's because of that flag, pass interference.
5 wide receivers in the pattern. We'll see. One of them is Latrell Thomas. He's usually running back, but he's splitting between Brady Burnett and Marquise Peter. Gonna bring a man in motion. That's Lovelace. He's going to get the backwards pitch and throws it back the other direction to Brady Burnett. He's got the completion. Let's see if he can make it. He's got the first down, and he's going to be hit at the 15 and pushed out of bounds at the 13-yard line. So they pitch it back to Lovelace, who is a quarterback by trade. And a late flag just now coming in.
It's a warning.
Flag on the play.
Sideline warning. The coaching staff for Sheridan is really upset. They thought their player was held.
And 10 at the 13-yard line.
All right. I'm telling you, I knew the high school officials, they will throw that flag, and sometimes they don't give a warning, but they've given Coach Parker over on that far side a warning. Lovelace hitting Brady Burnett for 15 yards on 4th and 11, and the drive stays alive for Russellville. They're in the red zone now. Whitford back to pass. He stops, looks left, he throws. It's going to be incomplete. They are calling it incomplete, but a flag coming in. This is probably going to be holding on the Cyclones' offensive line.
Yeah. The receivers has got to get open. I mean, Whitford he's got plenty of time, but he doesn't need to run to his left. He has a hard time throwing that way. Our receivers need to come back to him and get open in that split seam of that zone that they're playing.
You can accept the penalty, and instead of making it 2nd and 10, going to make it 1st and a long ways because it's going to be 10 yards from the spot. Back at the 29-yard line. Well, that's a 16-yard penalty. Sorry about that. Because it's from the spot. So
First down and 25.
First down at 26 yards. Completed pass, a hook and ladder play, and Russellville's got it across the 20. Cutting back near the 15 is Kobe Robinson over on that far side. There's a completed pass to, I think, Reed Wolf.
Yeah.
And officially, it actually goes as a completed pass to Kobe Robinson on the hook and ladder play. They get inside the 15 to the 14. That'll make it 2nd down and 11.
Gain of 15, 2nd down and 10.
Rolling out to his right is Gavin Graham. He's going to tuck it and run. He's across the 15 running laterally and steps out of bounds after about a yard gain. Good job by Gavin Graham. When it's not there, don't throw it, especially not into the end zone. And he took what he could get, and they're going to give him a yard to the 13. No, they're going to say just the 14. So it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
And 10. Russellville trailing 28-17. 6:45 left to play here in the third quarter. Clock stopped as Graham got out of bounds. Whitford, the quarterback. Russell going in with a tight end look. 2 receivers to each side, empty backfield. Play clock down to 9 seconds, and Whitford, he's still checking the sidelines. Play clock's down to 5 seconds, 4 seconds, and Russell's going to have to burn a timeout. Whitford was pointing the play clock, said, hey, you didn't get it to me in time. We're going to take a quick break. The Cyclones trail by 11, looking at third down and long. You're listening to Cyclone Football on River Country, KCJC.
Hey, it's Drew Mitchell for Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery. Lakeside is really proud this year to be sponsoring our local sports all throughout the River Valley. They're committed to the area. It's just another way they show that. When you're in the market for dentures, wisdom teeth, or whatever the case may be, remember Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery, and check out their website at lakesideofs.com. Lakeside Oral Surgery, helping make the broadcast of local sports throughout the River Valley possible.
Russellville had to convert a 4th and 11 to keep this drive alive. Now they got to convert a 3rd and 11 to keep it going. Russellville 3rd and 11 from the 14-yard line of Sheridan. Cyclones trailing by 11 with 6:45 left. Here we go, empty backfield. 2 receivers to each side. Ball on the right hash mark. Braden Whitford gets the snap, looking left. Pumps. Now he's going to throw for the corner of the end zone, and it's incomplete. He was going for Brady Burnett on a double move out there. And now what do? You're down 11, and I think they're going to try to kick the field goal here.
Yeah, Burnett had double coverage out there. It's going to been difficult for him to get the ball in there.
So Connor Cooper will try his 3rd field goal attempt tonight. He made one, had another one blocked. They're going to put this one down at the 20 on the right hash. Lovelace, the holder. He does get through, and did it clear? It was close. It did not. Just barely missed the crossbar. It was down the middle, and that goes as a punt, so they will actually take over at the 20-yard line. So Cyclones 1 of 3 on field goals tonight. 1 made, 1 blocked, and 1 missed. Cyclones long drive there as they took over at their own 38 after the Sheridan touchdown with 10:13 left. They go 3.5 minutes, don't score. Cyclones trailing 28-17 here. Need to stop them here, just so we can at least get some field position. It's direct snap to the quarterback, Watkins. He's trying right side. He's got the first down after the 11-yard pickup to the 31-yard line. Boy, it's just dangerous the way they're just able to gash us on, again, I mentioned in the first half, what I call just a Tebow play. I mean, there's no bones about it. Trace Watkins, when he gets the snap, he's running. He's not holding it like he's thinking about throwing it. It's strictly a running play by the quarterback. And now Tucker, the original starting quarterback, back in, moves to the side. They snap it to Watkins and straight up the gut. He's going to pick up 9, maybe 10 yards, depending on where they spot. I think he's going to be about a half yard shy of the first down. Well, they gave him a pretty good spot.
2nd down and 1.
It will be 9. 2nd down and 1 on the play.
They're just they're controlling the line of scrimmage. They're just opening up some holes and on the inside, and it's tough for Russellville to stop them.
Tucker, the quarterback, number 4. Barking signals, moves to the right this time. Watkins bobbles the snap, but he's able to get it, and he just gets enough for the first down. Needed a half yard. He got about 1.5 yards. But he juggled that for a moment. So sure the Cyclone coaches next door to this, their eyes were lighting up when he was bobbling that. Trace Watkins now 9 carries for 55 yards. That's a first down for them. Cyclones trailing by 11, 5:20 left to play here in the third quarter. This is where playing a offense like Sheridan just kills you because they don't go fast. They don't have any need to. Watkins going to get the snap once again. Runs left. He's got a big hole. He's across the 45. He's going to be tackled at midfield, and Cyclone player linebacker slow to get up. That's Trey Potter.
Trace Watkins on the carry. Gain
Watkins
of 8.
gets to midfield. That's a
Second
pickup
down
of
and
8
2.
yards. They have had a back go for over 100. One's close with Lucas. He's got 94 yards. They've rushed for a total of 314 yards in this game. And they're doing it with the same play, just a Tebow running play. That's what they do here. They get across the 50 to the 44-yard line, a flag coming in. They held Kobe Curtis on that one.
Yeah.
And if you're going to hold, don't hold on the edge because it's very obvious. This will be 10 yards from the spot, and this was in the backfield. They had to hold Curtis because he'd gotten through. And they're going to spot the play from the 49-yard line, 50 yards. So it should be 50. They're going to say from the 49 of Russellville.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Okay, so it winds up being an 8-yard penalty. I don't know about that one. Disagree on their spots, but hey, it's second down and 10. What it is, the quarterback, Hunter Tucker, number 4, will move to the side, and Watkins is taking a direct snap. But now they go a little bit more conventional formation here. Tucker going to turn and hand it to the running back. Again, we hit him a yard behind the line of scrimmage, and he keeps going forward, picks up 3 on the play.
I think the smartest thing Russell can do is find out what type of weight program Sheridan has and initiate this thing because they are really controlling the line of scrimmage.
It's third down and 8, though, so we can pick up something here. Russell trailing by 11. We could stop them here and force them to punt. It's a victory. 3:47 left in the third quarter, clock ticking. Alden Lucas is the running back behind Tucker. Tucker moves out of the way. Lucas will get it. He'll run to the right. He's got a big hole. He gets into Cyclone territory, and I think he's got enough for the first down. We're going to wait and see.
Yeah, he made it by a yard.
Official on this side had him marked at the 50. On the far side was the 48. We saw a flag come in. I saw it as soon as the ball was snapped. Looked like some sort of illegal formation. But we'll have to wait and see.
Legal procedure.
All right, it is going to be against Sheridan.
Illegal motion against the YellowJackets.
Illegal motion, they usually should blow it dead. I think it was because they didn't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage. But they move it back to the 39-yard line. But look, they just ran a running play and got the first down. So this gives us a second chance here. 3rd and 13. Second chance to stop them. 3.5 to go, third quarter. Cyclones trailing by 11. Russell's never led in this game. Tight formation, they move a receiver up. Tucker, the quarterback, going to turn and hand it off to the running back. And he's across the 45. He gets near midfield. Good gracious. He doesn't get the first down, but they needed 13. He got 11. Peyton Edwards.
Gain of 13.
Gain of 11 on the play. It's 4th down and 2.
I'd say they're going to go for it.
Up 11? No way they're going to go for it. They're going to punt it here.
No.
I mean, I think they could make it, but there's no reason to. You're still up 2 possessions. They're going to milk the clock down. How about they? I think they're going to punt. But they're
going to call timeout.
Yep. They are going to call timeout. 2:35 left to play third quarter. Sheridan leading 28-17. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Joshua's Fine Jewelry, a luxury establishment in the heart of downtown Russellville, are taking it back to the good old days with a family-owned, family-operated business that pride themselves on personal interactions, beautiful custom craftsmanship, and an insanely knowledgeable and helpful staff that go above and beyond just for you. Joshua's Fine Jewelry is giving a huge shout out to all of our local River Valley and Natural State athletes. You guys are the real MVPs. Be sure to like Joshua's Fine Jewelry on Facebook today and go and give them a visit in downtown Russellville at 310 West Main Street.
KCJC Darknell, Russellville.
You guys play the best country of all.
River Country. KCJC.
Welcome back. 4th down and 2 coming for Sheridan as they have the ball at midfield. And they're in control of this game, leading the Cyclones by 11, 28-17. Looks like they're They may be going for it here. We're not exactly sure. Haven't seen this formation quite a bit. Edwards is going to get the snap. Russell defense needs 2 yards. They're going to turn and get a fullback. No, Edwards going to keep it himself, and I think he's got enough for the first down. Tried that right side. It's very close. He did. He needed 2, and he got just that. Well, I sure didn't think they were going to go for it. And if they don't, they're
going to measure.
If they didn't get this, this is going to be. I don't see why they have to measure. They got it by half yard. But if he didn't make it, that could come into question if Russell came back to win this game. He got it by half yard. I don't know why we're measuring it. Length of the football. They got it. It's a first down for Sheridan. Peyton Edwards now has 142 yards on 13 carries. 2:28 left to play third quarter. Time's getting short for Russellville. Remember, they have a scoring drive of 7 minutes and 14 seconds. Russellville showing blitz. Edwards going to turn and give it to the running back, and he plows forward to the 40-yard line. That's the fullback, Dylan Palmer. Sorry, Glenn Wright, number 45.
Make that 7, second down.
8 yards on the pickup, second down and 2. Well, they give him the 41, so second down and 3. Still they're averaging 6 yards, 6.1 yards on first down. You can do whatever offense you like if you're averaging that on first down, looking at 2nd and 4 all the time on the average. Edwards going to keep it himself after the fake handoff. Big hole. He's got the first down and more. He breaks a tackle at the 30. He's at the 20. Still on his feet at the 10, the 5. And did he get in the end zone? No, they marked him down. The ball came loose in the end zone. Russell recovered it, but they say he's down at the 1. 40 yards on the pickup.
I think every player touched him. We just couldn't wrap him up.
Yeah. Well, Russell we just really need something. We need a break. We need something to go our way. Edwards, again, going to take the snap. He's going to turn and give it to Wright, and he goes untouched in the end zone. Nobody out there on that right side. Well, it's going to be tough to come back from, I tell you. Not saying we can't score that many points, but just the way Sheridan runs their offense, they eat up so much clock. There's a minute 24 left in the third quarter, and they took the ball over with 6:38. Went 5 minutes and 14 seconds on this touchdown drive, and that's their second longest scoring drive. The extra point is long enough, and it's good. 35-17, Cyclones got an uphill battle. A minute 24 left to play third quarter. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone football on River Country, KCJC.
Sheridan 35, Russellville 17.
Hey, it's Drew and Mitchell for Bring a Steakhouse off Main Street in Russellville. Bring a Steakhouse, very proud to be sponsoring the local sports right here in the River Valley with a commitment to community and a commitment to great service and a great dining experience. Not to mention the best cuts of meat. They have prime cuts, which is even better than choice. Check out the sirloin, especially. Best sirloin, in my opinion, in the River Valley, possibly the world. Bring a Steakhouse in Russellville, help making possible the broadcast of our local athletics in the River Valley.
Cyclones trailing 35-17. We'll give you the scoring summary on that Sheridan drive. Sheridan goes 80 yards in 10 plays, 5 minutes, 14 seconds. Glenn Wright scoring a touchdown from 1 yard out. This one a little shorter than normal. It's going to hit. It's a free ball. It's going to be covered by Reed Wolf at the 36-yard line. No. Sheridan says they have it. Nobody went for it for Russellville, and no signal yet. Sheridan's saying they have it, but no signal yet. Now they do. Sheridan covers the kick. That is a backbreaker.
Yeah, once that ball hits the ground, you have got to get on it. And it hit between two Russellville players, one up and one was back.
What a terrible time for Russellville's second turnover. of the game, and Sheridan will have the ball at the Cyclone 35-yard line. They'll go back to their offense, which must look beautiful now when you got this big lead. Edwards going to fake the handoff, keep it himself. He breaks the tackle at the 30. He's got the first down inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. And gets him to the 22-yard line. Pickup of 13. He's got 195 yards on 15 carries.
What we're seeing is what happens when you're able to control the line of scrimmage, and that's what Sheridan is doing.
And now here's, oh, good grief. They wrap him up over here. Glenn Wright took it left side. He gets to the 15-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle by Russellville.
Wright has the power. He just didn't have the speed to make it around the outside.
Yeah, you could tell he's not the fastest guy on the team on that one. But they gave him the 14-yard line. That's a pickup of 8 on the play. They'll take that. 28 seconds left to play in the third quarter. As far as Sheridan's concerned, this could be the last play. Trey Watkins going to keep it himself. He's got the first down. He's inside the 10. He's inside the 5. Touchdown, Sheridan. That's not going to be the last play because they score from 14 yards out and make the score 41-17 Sheridan. When it rains, it pours, and they just Trace Watkins keeping it on that Tebow play. He's ran 11 times for 77 yards, and that's his second touchdown tonight.
Again, we're not wrapping up the ball carrier. We're just trying to hit them and knock them down, and they're too big for that.
Gonzalez with the extra point. It's up and good. 42-17. Cyclones trailing Sheridan. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Russellville 17.
How many times have you had to go without your heating or your air unit when you needed it most? Your family's freezing or sweating and they look to you for relief. You call someone and they say it's going to cost an arm and a leg to fix. Do you really feel like you have a choice? Well, now you do. Call Tony at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air at 479-964-4004 for a free second opinion from a guy you can trust to take care of you and your family and get that unit running without all the extra charges. Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
Your favorite meals from your favorite local restaurants have never been easier to eat, you guys, thanks to My Order Out. MyOrderOut.com.
Waiting the kickoff here is 10 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. A kick. Going to be fielded by the Cyclones. Drop, pick up at the 23-yard line, across the 30, 35. Breaks a tackle at the 35-yard line, gets to the 37-yard line. That's Felix Aguilar for Russell, returning the kickoff to the 37-yard line. That's the almost the last play of the third quarter.
Again, Russell is starting off in good field position. We just got to do what we did in the first half, just take the 5 to 7 yards.
14-yard return by Aguilar. And Russellville will have the ball at their own 37-yard line. Got to do something quick. Russellville trailing 42-17 to Sheridan. Empty backfield for Whitford. 2 receivers at each side and moving some people around. He's going to move Brady Burnett to the right side. 3 wide receivers over to that side. Boy, I didn't see this happen in the first 3 quarters. Here's a completed pass on the far side, and that'll be enough for the third quarter of play as Reed Wolf's brought down. They give forward progress to about the 45-yard line. We'll take a break. Russellville trailing 42-17 after 3 quarters of play. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Not every innovation is helpful, but the new ITMs at First State Bank can help you achieve your banking needs at the push of a button. Interact with local tellers, cash check, and more right from your car. Plus, ITMs are open weekdays from 7 to 7. To learn more about First State Bank's new innovative services, go to fsbitm.com.
Maybe you're moving some dirt around the house. Got jobs to do, things you need to get finished, and equipment to move. Well, maybe you don't have what you need. River Valley Tractor has it, and they have great prices and great people. Family owned and operated, they treat people like you would expect to treat family. Whatever you're looking for, Kubota has you covered. Construction equipment, farm equipment, zero-turn mowers. Go by today and see the family at River Valley Tractor, 702 Weir Road in Russellville. River Valley Tractor.
Back to action. Whitford throwing a complete pass to Lovelace. He gets across midfield into Sheridan territory for a first down. We have a Sheridan Yellow Jacket that's down, so we have a stoppage of play. That's Ethan Barnett, but it is going to be enough for a Beeson Roofing Solutions first down. I don't want to send it to a break because I don't want to lose any play. We don't know how long this is going to be blown dead here.
I like what Lovelace did after he caught the ball. He didn't have the first down yardage, but he came back to the quarterback and got it, and made a little inside move and was able to get the yardage for the first down. A good move by Lovelace.
Cyclones trailing 42-17. The player for Sheridan, Ethan Barnett, is up walking. A little bit of help. Russellville getting that first down. Braden Whitford now 31 of 40 for 220 yards.
One thing Russellville is doing different, they put number 61 Franklin in front of Whitford just to give a little bit of extra protection to give him time to throw the ball.
Yeah, with Trent Stokes injured, they started doing that a little bit last week, running him out of tight end spot, S-back spot. Whitford rolling out to his left, throwing, and it's going to be incomplete. We have a flag coming in behind the play at the 40-yard line. It's usually in the area of pass interference or an eligible man downfield. It is an eligible man downfield against Russellville.
He was going for Brady Burnett, who had went down the sideline on the left hand and broke to the outside. The ball was just out of his reach.
And it's going to be an eligible man downfield, and they're going to accept the penalty, making it a first down and 15. Cyclones be moved back their side of the 50, their own 47-yard line. Russellville trailing 42-17.
First down and 15 for the Cyclones.
Greenwood has pulled ahead of El Dorado, but just by 7, 31-24. I have a scoreboard show coming up for you right here on 102.3 KCJC, starting at 10 o'clock. It goes all the way to midnight. First and 15 for the Cyclones. Whitford, empty backfield, back to pass, looking left, plenty of time. He's going to take a shot downfield. It's going to be intercepted. Intercepted inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah, he was going for Lovelace. Lovelace had for 3 defenders on him. Ball came up just a little bit short. I like what the offensive line of Russellville was doing. A lot of protection time for Whitford.
And they're going to, he actually returned it for negative yards because he intercepted at the 24. Fell backwards for a loss of 3, but Russellville turns the ball over, their third turnover of the night. You know, sometimes it's not your night, and it just seems that way for Russellville tonight. You know, it started from the very beginning as Sheridan, second play of the game, went 57 yards to set themselves up to score a touchdown 2 plays later. Here's the give, and they lose a yard on the play.
Yeah, number 19, Grant Smith, made that stop. You know, Russellville's been very successful. Little out pattern going to 5 to 7 yards, and they tried to take it deep down the middle.
Loss.
Sheridan was waiting for that one, though, I think.
Loss of yard on the play, and bring up second down and 11. And they're watching the play clock too. Play clock down to 16, so it's going to be a long time between snaps. They've only thrown 2 passes tonight. They haven't really needed to. They've done all the damage on the ground. This is going to be Lucas taking the direct snap, checking the left side. He's across the 25 to the 30-yard line. Boy, they've done exactly what they've wanted to do tonight. The Russells had no answer. 443 yards for Sheridan, and 421 of that is on the ground.
Yeah, a little bit of a misdirection on that. They looked like they were going to the right, and he broke it back to the left.
They're winning the battle, the offensive line against our defensive line, because it's no secret what they've been wanting to do. I mean, they're not fooling us at all. But their offensive line is controlling the line of scrimmage and has the entire game. Here's a bobbled snap. Just as we say that, ball's on the turf, and I think Russell came up with it. Wait and see officially. They're still fighting it at the bottom of that pile. And they do. The Cyclones have it.
That's the turnover we needed.
Might need a few more than that, but we'll take that one. I think Grant Smith is the one that came up with that. Either he or number 29, Kyron Lott.
Yeah, I think they're giving him credit for it.
Who, Lott?
Yeah.
I didn't hear. Okay, so Russell will take over at the 25-yard line of Sheridan. We're not dead yet, though. Whitford back to pass. Looking, got plenty of time. He's going to throw to the corner of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Going for Peters, but he was well covered.
Well, Russell has tried to take what the defense has given him, and it's worked. But when they've had to take shots downfield, it's been tough to do. 9:59 left to play here in the ball game. Cyclones trailing 42-17. There's a completed screen pass to Lovelace, trying to make a move, and he's waiting patiently. He'll get to the 20-yard line before stepping out of bounds. Pick up a 5 yards on the play. That's important to keep him go out of bounds. And do they say continue to roll the clock? I thought for sure he got out of bounds there, but they're rolling the clock. 9:31 left to go.
Well, I like what Lovelace did. He waited on his blockers to get in front of him.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Short side of the field's the left. Kobe Robinson, the running back to the left of Whitford. And play action pass throwing across the middle, complete to Reed Wolf. Takes a couple shots. And I don't know if he's got enough for the first down or not. He's very slow to get up. He is up. They hit him the third time when he already was down by his knees, and I understand why they allowed that. And I think they're going to give him the 14-yard line. I think that'll be enough.
Yeah, they could have thrown a flag there because he was on his knees when they drove him back.
It is a first down, brought to you by Beeson Roofing Solutions, the Cyclones. In business here, trying to, just inch a little bit closer. There's a completed pass to Brady Burnett on the left side. He is pushed out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. And call it the 6, I guess.
Yeah, just quick passes out there to Brady Burnett. Let him gain the yardage, him and Lovelace.
Second down, Russell trailing 42-17, and Whitford's going to be hit and dropped for a loss back at the 15-yard line. Well, that was a tough hit. Held on to the football. It came squirting out late, but well after he was down. They bring up third down and 11 from the 15-yard line.
Yeah, I think Sheridan's only rushing 3 people, and one got in there real quick.
And 9.
They don't give him the 15. They had a little mercy on Whitford there, gave him the 12. They're down in 8. Whitford, here comes the blitz from the outside. He's throwing across the middle, goes off the hands of Lovelace. A little bit behind him on the play. It'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, they did a blitz by Sheridan. Put a little more pressure on Whitford.
$8:22 left to play here in the ball game. Cyclones trailing 42-17. Russellville trailed 21-17 at halftime. They scored with 53 seconds left. Knew they were getting the ball to start the second half, and it was all downhill once we started the second half. Russell's going to kick the field goal here and spot it down at the 19-yard line. The kick is long enough, and it's good. Cooper adds the 29-yard field goal. That makes it 42-20. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
For over 7 years, Old South Restaurant at 1330 East Main Street in Russellville has been faithfully serving the River Valley. Whether it's starting your day with a good old-fashioned breakfast or helping you make it through the workday with a hearty home-styled lunch, and of course serving your family with a dinner that would even make your mama proud. Old South Restaurant on Main Street in Russellville. We're here for you.
We're here for you, so come on by Old South.
Cyclones go 13 yards in 7 plays, a 29-yard field goal. Just a minute 48 up on the clock. Russellville trailing 42-20. Getting points after that Sheridan turnover, the first Sheridan turnover of the game. And Russellville, they're looking at it saying we're still down 3 possessions, and they're probably coming with an onside kick here. 8:19 left to go in the game, and Connor Cooper, for the first time, is going to set it up on the tee in the middle of the field. I say for sure. Sheridan's kind of expecting it. They have 5 people close within the first 10 yards, but Russellville with still a more conventional look. Cooper going to hit it to the left side, and it's going to be fielded easily by number 33, Drew Domeries, who had the interception earlier in this ball game. And so Sheridan will have the ball at their own 49-yard line.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Go for the onside kick. I mean, we have to get the ball back. And I think that's a good call to go for it.
Cyclones will be on the road next week to Lake Hamilton. Russellville trailing here by 22. And we need Frank Reich or something to come in here, engineer a comeback. Direct snap, Watkins going to keep it, weaving his way across midfield to the Cyclone 48-yard line. Pick up 3 on the play.
Yeah, good stop there by Ty Hips, number 47. Or 43, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's same number as Troy Palomalo. Not much action going on. That's why dead silence. They can milk the clock down. They're doing it. Play clock down to 8 seconds. 7:35 left to play in the ball game. Russell trailing by 22. Tucker, the quarterback, he's going to hand off to Watkins. Gets the snap as Tucker moved out of the way, and he'll pick up a yard, maybe 2, to about the 47-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and long. But that has not bothered Sheridan tonight, this 3rd down and long. I mean, they've been able to come up with some big plays. They are 5 of 9 on 3rd down conversions, but they've come up with some big plays and big running plays. They've only thrown 2 passes tonight, both those in the first half. They've done it on the ground. 421 yards rushing, 443 before the game. 3rd down and 5 for the YellowJackets. Cyclones trailing by 22. Got to defend their area here. Sheridan needs the 41-yard line for a 1st down. They give it on sweep. Russellville stops him behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Kobe Curtis wrapped him up and would not turn it loose. That's what we was needing, that type of a tackle.
And Russellville's going to call timeout after the stop of a 2-yard loss. We'll take a quick break. Cyclones trailing 42-20. You're listening to Cyclone Football on River Country, KCJC.
All right, we have another chance at that 50-50 raffle by JBS Sports.
Danny Hips here at Phil Ryan Autoplex. Come see huge savings all over the lot. 2019 Buick Concourse up to 30% off MSRP. Or take advantage of a $1,000 rebate with 0% for 72 months. Or about $10,000 off for 2019 Buick Envisions. Or take advantage of 0% for 72 months. We even have the 2019 Buick Enclaves up to $13,000 off. Or you can take advantage of 0% for 60 months. Come see one. We're selling more cars than ever before. Phil Ryan Autoplex, exit 84, just off I-40, or shop us online, PhilRyanAutoplex.com.
Junior high was victorious at BB, both the 8th and 9th grade, with some big wins last night. They're going to have their Colors Day, their homecoming, on Thursday night this coming week. Sheridan looking at 4th down and 7. Russellville using their 2nd timeout to stop the clock with 6:34 left. in the ball game. Russellville trailing 42-20. I believe it's T.J. Holt back to receive this punt. Here comes Russellville. They're not going to block it. And T.J.'s going to let it hit over his head. It's going to hit the 5 and take a Sheridan roll. It's going to roll sideways and be down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. Boy, everything has gone their way in the second half. Everything.
Well, that was a good call by T.J. to let it go into the end zone. It just took a crazy side hop, and it just stopped there just short of the 5.
It'll be a 44-yard punt with no return. The Cyclones have the ball with 6:24 left to go in the ball game, and trailing 42-20, and with one timeout. And Russellville, they need some big plays. I mean, what they've done, they've been successful throwing the football, 264 yards passing, but they've done it on 48 passes. And so think about that, 36 completions for 264. They're averaging very short yardage on each pass. They need a big play or two to get back in this quickly. And they're going to hand off to Kobe Robinson. He stutter steps his way back to the line of scrimmage. Might have given him a loss of 1, depending on that play. Maybe trying to catch Sheridan, not ready for that. And they're going to give him the line of scrimmage. He's got 6 carries for 8 yards in the game. Clock rolling, 6:04 left. Cyclones at the line of scrimmage, trailing by 22 here. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Whitford now empty backfield. They put Kobe Robinson, the running back, out on the right side, so 5 receivers in the pattern here. Whitford going to get the snap. Backpedals in the end zone. He's going to step up, and he's going to heave it downfield. It's going to be up for grabs. It's going to be intercepted. Intercepted once again by Drew Domeries, his second interception of the game at the Cyclone 44-yard line.
Yeah, Whitford was going for Brady Burnett at about the 45-yard line, and it's hard to throw deep against this Sheridan defense. They give up the 5 to 7 to 8, 10 yards, but anything over that, they go after the ball.
5:39 left to go in the game. And Brady Burnett, he had 12 receptions in the first half. He's got 14 for the game, so just 2. So they've targeted him too. They made some adjustments during their halftime, saying, "Hey, we got to stick on this guy because that's who they're going to." Handoff goes to Alton Lucas. One of the times they don't do a direct snap to the running back, they actually turn and handed it off. Lucas gets a couple yards.
Kobe Curtis, number 5, on the stop. A good stop by the defense.
2 yards on the pickup. Lucas now at 100 yards with 14 carries. That's their second back to rush over 100 yards tonight. They get a third one who's got 82 yards. He's been the backup quarterback taking direct snaps and running. Cyclones trailing 42-20, 5:03 left to go in the ballgame. Play clock down to 8 seconds. Hunter Watkins, delay handoff for this time to Lucas. Starts left. He's got the first down inside the 35 to the 33.
Yeah, a little misdirection. Everybody going to the right. Lucas gets the ball and go back to the left, right off that left guard spot. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Cyclone look like they're going to lose homecoming this year. They'll be going on the road to take on Lake Hamilton at their homecoming. Russell's 0-2 on homecoming games this year, hoping to go 1-2 if they can up in Lake Hamilton. Lake Hamilton's been a surprise this year, undefeated. They're easily winning against Little Rock Hall tonight. Hunter going to hand off to Lucas. He's inside the 30-yard line to the 28. There's no guesswork. I mean, they haven't run many diverse plays tonight, but they've been successful controlling the line of scrimmage tonight. It's been their offensive line just having their way up front.
Lot number 29 made the stop. No, Sheridan's keeping the ball in the middle of the field, which keeps the clock moving, and that's their goal. And they've been very successful at it tonight.
Yeah, one offensive lineman who's going to play next year at Ouachita Baptist. Hunter Tucker going to turn and give it to Lucas once again. Starts left, right up the gut. He's to the 25, the 20, and finally brought down at the 15-yard line.
T.J. Holt, number 10, made the stop. You hate for your secondary to make all the tackles, but that's what's been happening tonight.
126 yards for Lucas. 447 on the ground is what they've gained. That's their 21st first down. Roosevelt has 20 first downs themselves. Just not been able to stop Sheridan when it mattered. Sheridan milking the clock, 3:13 left now. Yellow Jackets leading by 22. They're going to turn and give it to Lucas once again. Up the gut, he's going to take a shot to the midsection, just inside the 15-yard line. Pickup of 2 on the play.
Kobe Curtis made the stop and a little slow to get up.
Congratulations, Kevin Johnson.
Yeah, we do have a player down, and it is Kobe Curtis.
The 50-50 raffle.
They haven't brought out help. He's getting up a little bit of help from his friends. He's going to walk off the field and
8.
And now they're going to blow it dead. The coaches for Russell was looking at the officials saying, why aren't you stopping the clock? We got to, and so we can come out on there. And the official was looking at him, so they told Kobe Curtis, just lay down. And so then they finally stopped it. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. Cyclones trailing 42-20 with 2:28 left to go in the ball game. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service. We're more than just tires. Consistent, responsive, honest and fair. What makes us different? We're the ones who care. Trust our experience to know what you need. Professional and fast, see what we mean. Arkansas Tire and Auto Service. We're more than just tires.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
Welcome back, and Cyclone defense back on after Kobe Curtis is off the field. He's still standing up, so it seems to be all right. Limping just a little bit. Here's a toss sweep now to Lucas, and Lucas is going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 3rd down and long. 2 minutes left to go in the game.
Good pursuit by that Cyclone defense, able to stop him.
Yeah, he ended up losing a yard on the play. 3rd down. They need the Cyclone 6-yard line for a first down. Minute 40 left, 22 seconds on the play clock. Cyclones are going to fall to 1-4 on the season, 0-2 in conference play. And in order to make the playoffs, it's going to be an uphill battle, folks. I mean, you take 6 teams of the 8 teams, and let's be perfectly honest. Little Rock Hall is probably the worst of the 8, and it's going to be a fight for that 6th spot with Siloam. Usually Siloam and Sheridan battling it out. Well, Siloam beat Sheridan, and now Russell's looking at 0-2, so they're going to have to probably win some games where they're not favored, win a game or 2. But, hey, there's still plenty of time. It's just this is one that you're looking at like, hey, we want to make the playoffs. We might need to win this one. And it gives Sheridan some life, because if they go down 0-2 with losses to Siloam and Russellville, I mean, you know they're more than likely going to lose to Greenwood and Benton. So they were thinking coming in this game, hey, if we want to make the playoffs, this is probably a game we need to win, since they lost to Siloam last week by 1 point. Minute 19 left to go in the ball game. Cyclones trailing 42-20. Sheridan looking at 3rd down and 9. At the Cyclone 15-yard line.
3rd down and 9.
Tight formation. They're going to give it to Lucas. They're going to straight up the gut. No, it's not Lucas, but he's inside the 10, inside the 5, and he's got the first down. That's number 21, Dalton Taylor. Minute 12 left to go in the game, and
that's a 1st down and goal.
They blew it dead. What did we call timeout? Sheridan called timeout. Did Sheridan call timeout?
And we have an injury.
Oh, we have an injury. Okay. Because they just took a timeout off the board for Sheridan. Now they have 0 timeouts. I couldn't figure out what the deal was on that. We do have a Cyclone down in the end zone. Never saw him over there. Well, we have the scoreboard show coming up here on 102.3. It starts at 10 o'clock, so in about 25 minutes or so. Goes all the way to midnight. You can hear Rex Nelson, the voice of the Ouachita Baptist Tigers, doing that. And always try to listen for the Village Academy score and all the other scores. Do that every Friday night here on 102.3. I'll mention to you again, the Cyclones will be on the road as they travel to Lake Hamilton next week. And let's see, then we're back at home against Greenwood, go to Little Rock Hall, and then we finish the year back-to-back home games against El Dorado and Siloam Springs. This Sheridan team will not be a conference opponent for the Cyclones next year. The conference is shaking up a little bit. Russellville will lose Sheridan, Little Rock Hall, and El Dorado. They'll pick up Van Buren, Mountain Home, and Little Rock Parkview. So it does get a little tougher. Van Buren's on the rise. I think Casey Dick is isn't he the coach there at Van Buren, former Razorback quarterback? That's Felix Aguilar, who had a little bit of an injury in the first half, came out to return kickoffs with a bandage just below his left knee, and now he's the one coming off. And with 1:05 left to go in the game, Sheridan has it first and go at the Cyclone 4 with a 22-point lead, and it looks like they're going to take a knee. Best formation in football if it's your team. Victory formation. They do take a knee, and they'll have to probably snap it one more time. We'll wait and see when they spot the ball. Sometimes the officials will, if they know, okay, so they're going to have to snap it one more time. There's a 5-second differential between the game clock and the play clock. So they're going to go ahead and snap it right here, and Russell's going to fall in their homecoming here to Sheridan by a score of 42-20. A lot of festivities going on, but it ends with a bad taste in our mouth as the Cyclones lose it by a score of 42-20. We'll take a break and come back with your postgame show. You're listening to Cyclone Football on River Country KCJC.
Did you know if your roof isn't maintained regularly, you could void the warranty on your existing roof? Tim Knobler.
If you're watching us on YouTube, we appreciate you joining us. We will have the game next week at Lake Hamilton. Thanks so much for joining us. Do what we can to bring this to you so you can see a little bit of what's going on and sync it up with what's going on the radio on 102.3. We appreciate 102.3 for letting us stream the audio with this so you can enjoy some Cyclone football. Cyclones lose it 42-20 on our Facebook page. A little bit later tonight, we'll post the stats for you. If you don't know it, just go to Facebook and search for Cyclone Booth. We'll have the stats on there. Thanks for joining us.
Backup cameras, heated seats, Apple CarPlay, and more. But right now, get a free leather seat upgrade and spray and bed liner. And that's on top of $10,000 off of MSRP. Shop our deals anytime online at CosmoMotors.com or come see us at 1900 East Main in Russellville.
Taking care of families. That's what the folks at C&D Drugstore have been doing in historic downtown Russellville for more than 6 decades when it comes to all your pharmaceutical needs. When it comes to